the power of the dark side.
But you know, happiness can be found even in the darkest of time. If one only remembers to turn on the light.
The beacons are lit, city! The beacons are lit!
Night gathers, and now my watch begins. It shall not end until my death.
Remember it well, then, this night.
For in those memories, we live on.
Do not cite the deep magic to me, witch. I was there when it was written.
Call the banners.
All of them, my lord.
They've all sworn to defend my father, have they not?
They have.
Now we'll see what the words are worth.
But take heart. Look around you. You're not in this fight alone. We face our enemy together. And together, we will defeat them.
By all that you hold dear on this good earth, I bid you stand! Men of the West!
What's up, everybody? I hope everyone is having a
That's
good week so far.
Yeah.
Daimyo, Rolo, thank you for joining me tonight.
Of course. I know you had a little headache earlier. You feeling better?
Yeah, I'm feeling much better. I was going to cancel the stream, but I decided not to.
Trying to not choke on my seltzer.
Yeah, because that would be a terrible thing to die choking on.
I'm now on my 5th day in a row of straight work, so it's nice to actually do something after work that isn't come home, eat, and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Well, I have work tomorrow too, so.
Did you say 6th or 5th?
5th.
So most people work.
Yeah, that's 5 days.
1 through 5.
Yeah,
well,
that's 5 days in a row.
But I only had 1 day in between that was off.
What's up, Killer?
That's what I'm saying. Most
Killer,
people are 1 through 5, and then 2 days off. And then
no, but I was like 2 days, like Tuesday, Wednesday, and then off Thursday, and then Friday to now.
Yeah, that doesn't sound horrible.
No, I was
you're missing this. You're missing this, dude. He's making fun of you for talking about working 5 days in a row.
Oh no, it's nowhere near as bad as what it was. It's just the hours and the customers. That's all.
Yeah. No, I'm not making fun of you as like you're a bitch. No, I'm saying like, dude, coming from construction, I've had 6 days consecutive, 10 hours, 16 hours.
The same with me. The same thing when I did restoration and when I did like asphalt. It's nothing like that.
Well, they don't lead in with it's my 5th day in a row.
No, I'm just saying I'm tired. That's all.
I hear you, brother. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Well, we all know what happens.
I would much rather do this than do what I was doing before this, which was asphalt and seal coating.
We all know what happens when Rolo gets tired on stream.
I get sleepy. Nah, but today I'm kind of.
He falls asleep on stream.
I kind of got woken up towards the end of the day. So.
Oh, he's woke now. Okay. Cool.
Now?
Cool. No, I understand.
Now he's.
Well, he is a Disney show.
That we've seen. I'm not. I have a stream with one, but.
I think we gotta roll the clip on that one.
Hey, I was not a Disney show at all when I was running the stream the other day.
I think we've got some reviews from Ahsoka and Bad Batch that would say otherwise.
That was before, but I recounted said reviews.
So let's start with
I was more critical. You can't say I wasn't more critical.
Okay, hang on.
You get a haircut, Caleb?
Yeah, last week.
Kind of see it underneath the ears.
Yeah, I got multiple cut.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's a joke on the word hair.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just a
knee slapper you had there.
Little bit of house cleaning. Let's see. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday, we got word that season 2 of House of the Dragon will drop in June, confirming what the COO, I believe, said back in October, I think, that it would be early summer, and kind of refuting what Matt Smith decided to say at the end of the year at Brazil Comic-Con, that it would be August. June. I think it's probably going to be early June, which means it will, I believe, come out alongside Acolyte.
Well, so what was the Acolyte? I believe also there are 2 other shows. Oh, The Boys.
Yeah. So they all come out in June. The Boys, Acolyte, House of the Dragon, and
is it the Agatha show?
No, it's Acolyte. Oh no, you already said that.
Yeah, no, they're all
Agatha.
I don't think it's Agatha. I don't think
no, Disney Plus wouldn't do 2 big things at the same time.
That's true. Is it a Paramount or Apple show?
It's I think they're big TV shows.
I'm just forgetting what it was. Oh, it's The Bear. That's what it is. It's The Bear season 2.
Yeah, you said The Bear season 3.
Is that what it is?
No, it's season 2.
He said The Boys season.
The
4.
Boys.
Oh, that's
The Bear
right. That's
season
right.
2.
Yep.
And
The Boys, Bear,
and Acolyte.
Yep, all 4 of those. Yep.
Can I just would you guys agree with me if I were to say that I would rather House of the Dragon just wait to be dropped, just so they can drop it at the same time as Rings of Power again?
No. So okay.
So I made a video about this. The reason the reason HBO needs to drop it in June is because if they drop it in August or September to go against Rings of Power, they have to deal with their TV show being about overthrow and who rules and all this stuff being compared to the election, and they do not want
good point.
They do not want
that's good
House
point.
of Dragon to be compared to American politics.
I didn't think about that. That's a great point.
Yeah.
But
So
Rings of Power is going to lean into.
Well, it might, but at least with Rings of Power, there is it's bad enough that it's not it won't have as much comparison. So real quick, I'm sitting here looking at the new poster for Civil War.
The one with
this one. Does the title here just completely take you out of the poster?
What?
Yeah, why?
Oh, that's the Civil War. For whatever reason, I was thinking MCU, but yeah.
Why was it green?
It's weird to have that title like that, right?
Yeah.
I'm completely taken out of it by that.
It looks like
I like it.
Yeah, but the rest of it looks good. But the Civil War right there, I could make that easily on my simple editing app on my phone. I can put that right there. That's not a very
it doesn't fit with the poster.
Compelling. It doesn't make me go, oh. The rest of the poster makes me go, ooh, what?
Yeah. I don't know. It just feels like a a TV spot thing.
Not even.
No, I mean, look, this movie. It's too hard to judge this specific movie by the cover, right?
That's Hogwarts Legacy.
But before we get trailed off too much, Caleb, I would like to ask, when was the original release date for House of the Dragon? Because
August or September 10th.
So they actually moved.
Sorry.
Wait. Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you still hear me?
Yeah. So you said they actually what?
Moved it forward, not. push it out. It's earlier, an earlier release.
Yeah. So this year, so season 2 will come out earlier than season 1 did.
Yeah, because season 1 came out in like August, like a week before.
No. Season 1 came out, I think September 10th was the first date.
It was September.
Because it sat inside of Rings of Power, didn't it?
No, it was right a week before Rings of Power.
So did Rings of Power sat inside of House of the Dragon?
Yes, because House of the Dragon was the first episode dropped 1 week before.
Okay. So that would be August.
Yeah, they didn't announce it till late. They only
23rd, I think.
They announced it like a week or two after Rings of Power announced it, like June. They were like, "Oh, it's going to drop in September," and then like a week or two later, HBO was like, "Oh yeah, House of the Dragon drops 1 week before it," and then people were absolutely guaranteed to be watching both at the same time.
Yeah,
kind of just whipped their dick out and said, like, "We know our show's gonna be better," and it was obviously. So. I'm very excited for the show, and there's some things that are going to happen that I've heard about. I mean, I don't know about. I just know names of chapters. That's it. But I'm like, ooh, what's that mean? I can't wait to see that. People.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be legit.
That's what I'm saying. That's like even you. Yeah, you're one of the people that told me you're like, dude, you're gonna friggin' lose your mind.
Yep. So we're gonna go over this article. I haven't read this article yet. But we're going to go over this article about Star Wars Outlaws.
Oh, cool.
Forgot
that was the thing. I'm not even joking. I really do.
Yeah. So, Star Wars Outlaws is billed as the franchise's first ever open world game. I mean, that's not true. Despite what you want to, despite what video game people want to sit there.
Wait, Caleb, hold on. They just released an open world Lego Star Wars game 2 years ago.
Dude, fucking Survivor was pretty much open world.
Yeah, I mean, it was open world. So, despite what video game, so this is the thing. This is what's so fucking dumb about this shit. So, the reason they're able to make this claim is because about 4 or 5 years ago, there was some big video game conference where it was a developer conference, and all the people got together and were like, "Hey, we kind of want to make this new genre, and we kind of want to make it a little like open world as we own today, but also MMO and also RPG, and we want to throw all this stuff together. What should we call it?" And everyone voted, and the vote turned into open world. So the thing is, the developers have created a genre and have chosen to call it open world when we've been calling stuff open world for 30 years now.
So
and
wait, pause. So it's the revisionist history.
Yeah, it's 100% revisionist history. It's complete bullshit.
But the definition,
I've argued with Maria about this several times. It's not. We've had open world games for 20 years now, 30 years.
A perfect example of what an open world is Fallout 3 or Skyrim. That's a perfect example of an open world. You create your character. You do have a main quest story, but you pop in there. You don't necessarily have to follow that. You can go and do whatever you want. That's an open world. There is no redoing of the definition of an open world game. That's what an open world game is. And quite frankly, even in the Old Republic, you don't have to do the main story the right way. There's all this different stuff you can do beforehand. You can go everywhere. Like, it's like Skyrim. You don't have to go slay Alduin immediately. You can go and become the Archmage of Winterhold, and then, just slay him with magic with your own 2 hands. Like, there's so many things you can do in those games, and that is the beauty of an open world, is that you can actually, oh, you know what? I want to build a house, start a family, do all this other stuff, become the leader of all these guilds, and then I'll do the main quest.
Yeah.
Like, that type of shit. Like, that's fun. That's an open world. And, walked past the cave. I wonder what's in there. Oh my God, it's a whole dungeon. Let's go check it out. Like that's an open world.
No, I totally agree, and it's bullshit that Ubisoft, Star Wars, video games in general, that developing companies are kind of trying to fuck with history.
I agree.
Let's see. In anticipation of Ubisoft's big Star Wars game, we've put together this breakdown of everything you need to know about Star Wars Outlaws. So here's the trailer we've already all seen. We don't need to watch this again.
Yeah, I'm good.
I was actually kind of hoping for a lot more about this. Star Wars Outlaws release window, official release somewhere between April and December of 2024. So
we'd probably get more information from watching like a YouTuber's video and reading this article, to be honest. Because I've heard people talk about this, but I haven't really paid attention over the past week. I just don't know who's actually talked about it. I've just heard like whispers. I don't really care. I'm like, oh, when I see that the game's releasing, I'll be like, oh, I'll get it, try it, whatever. Excuse me, I believe it's gonna be on Game Pass anyway. So
no, it's an Ubisoft game.
Yeah, but Game Pass gives you Ubisoft Direct, doesn't it? I don't know.
Never have.
No, there's the one that
they give you what
EA Play.
What the biggest
that's what it was.
The biggest suspect portion of this little paragraph that I see is Ubisoft has not announced a price for Outlaws. The $70 is a safe assumption.
Yeah.
Fuck you, especially with what they talked about before.
So to be fair, we're probably let's see, it's March. We're probably like 5-6 months away from it coming out, and in most games don't announce a price until they announce a release date.
It was supposed to come out after Bad Batch finishes, so it's supposed to come out like late spring, early summer.
I mean, this thing says April to December. I don't think there's supposed to with this.
There was originally.
Was there?
Yeah, when the game was announced, it was supposed to be like between May and like late June, early July. Like that was like the area that they wanted. Now, if they're saying April to December, then yeah, there's a lot of shit they're changing.
Mm-hmm.
They're not getting. And here's the other thing. Usually, and I know this just because I followed it with 343 and Bungie for years with like Halo and stuff. They give the entire department sometimes like a 3-week break or like a month break because they're working every single day nonstop.
Right.
And they don't have a day off. They work a lot like manga creators who just write. And then you get like one whole month of nothing. And they do that a lot with certain gaming companies. I wouldn't be surprised if they're doing that at Respawn or at Ubisoft or EA and things like that. Where they actually give all of their developers some time because their developers are working their asses off for that long. So they're like, all right, this whole crew gets a month off, and then this other crew is going to work their asses off for that month. And then they're like, all right, this crew gets a month off, and then and so on and so forth. So I've seen them do that with Halo quite a lot, and as well with Destiny, and Bethesda does that. There's a lot of different companies that end up doing that. Because that way you can get your dudes to work more efficiently.
Yeah. Well, they do it because the working conditions and the amount of time that they force some of these.
Exactly.
Especially, it's one of the things that Activision got in trouble with like 15 years ago.
It's the same thing with anime companies and like manga companies get in trouble with. Same exact thing.
So, Dem, I'm going to ask you if you'll read this real quick. I'll be right back.
So, plot and characters. Star Wars Outlaws tells the story of Kay Vess and her axolotl-like companion Nyx, attempting one of the greatest heists of the Outer Rim has ever seen. It's a scoundrel story that aims to emulate the adventures of Han Solo or Jack Sparrow. So I'm going to stop there for 1 second. The whole greatest scoundrel
Please.
stories.
What about Jack
It's reminiscent of the God. Why am I forgetting the name of this in the original trilogy when he's talking about how he did the
Castle Run?
The Kessel Run. Sorry. So, and Disney already kind of fucked with that line, right, with the Solo movie.
I mean,
I just find it funny. I just find it funny though that they take this idea and they even call out Han Solo, and they're talking about like the biggest heist story when the Kessel Run was already kind of made to fame, even within their own lore, right, and canon. Yeah, exactly. Because like I don't necessarily like I don't really like Solo the movie, but I would say that this is kind of another. It's like they're constantly contradicting their own storylines, right?
So I'm thinking about this before you continue. So, like, how about we talk here about what we want to know about the character, what's important about the character, instead of comparing the character to other characters. Like, if you just tell me that I created a character, like if I'm like when I'm writing my book, Damian, I've talked to you about it. What do? Do I say, hey, I created a character that's Gandalf and Anakin combined? No, I don't. I say, hey, this is how I wrote this character. What do you think about it? And like that's what we should be reading right now. It shouldn't be, oh, this character emulates Jack Sparrow and Han Solo. Sure. It's like you should have the description of the character first, and then be like, and they have some traits that might remind people.
Yeah, and look, I understand. I understand where you're coming from with that in our own creative endeavors, but at the end of the day, this comes down to an IP being bought out by another company, right, and then them interjecting their own bullshit into that story, and then them trying to then overlap it regularly, trying to like change things as they go, and it just kind of shows there's no end game, there's no plan. But let's keep going on with this article. More of a rookie, a petty thief who ends up in a situation that's much bigger than they expected, which again is kind of that's kind of similar to what's his name, Cal Kestis, and what happened. Like, you know, he bites off a little bit too much to chew. Here's the official synopsis from Disney and Ubisoft, which this should be rich. Experience the first ever open world Star Wars game. That's bullshit. Set between the events of The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Explore distinct planets across the galaxy, both iconic and new. Risk it all as Kay Vess, an emerging scoundrel seeking freedom and the means to start a new life, along with her companion Nyx, fight, steal, and outwit your way through the galaxy's crime syndicates as you join the galaxy's most wanted. If you're willing to take the risk, the galaxy is full of opportunity. Now, before you put your point on it, I just need to say right now, I'm most likely not buying this game because I'm tired of I'm tired of stories in games not involving the key characteristics of why we love Star Wars, which is what? The mysticism. This isn't just sci-fi. This is science fantasy. Yeah. So this is magic, and this is magic meets science fiction. So I'm sorry. You can create whatever cope that you want. I don't want to play or watch a show that has nothing to do with Jedi and Sith. And you can argue that in this game, there might be some sort of Sith that you're running away from. But look, as some scoundrel, you're not going to be able to fight them. And wait, hold on. I want to tie this in because I'm almost done. Partly, it connects to the whole Mandalorian game by Respawn being canceled, because apparently it's come out that they canceled it partially on the reasoning that there is no lightsabers in Jedi. So I think they understand that. And I think this game is going to be, you're going to see the fact that there's going to there's no Jedi, there's no Sith. You can't use the lightsaber, and you can't use the Force. and that's also why the Mandalorian game got canceled because there's not going to involve them. So that's
which is good because Star Wars is lightsabers and the Force. If you don't have it, it's not Star Wars, it's Star Trek.
I'm not disagreeing, but what I'm saying is, like, if you had set this game at a different time, because one of the points that Tommy had made, I don't know if you heard it, Caleb, but one of the points was, I'm tired of playing games that don't have the main stuff of Star Wars or the main things. Well, right now, I was going to say how much you want to bet we'll see Han Solo in this, and then I realized, wait, it takes place in between Empire and Return of the Jedi. So Han's already in Carbonite.
Yep.
But then you also said you don't want to play a game where there's no like force powers and stuff like that. Well, I don't necessarily agree with that because like Republic Commando is amazing and so is like
but that was at the height. Okay, when was Republic Commando made? And how many other games did we have during that time period?
That's what I'm saying though. If they had more, it wouldn't be a problem. Is what I'm saying. Like, if you had more to choose from, you had your lightsaber game, and you also had your game where you were a soldier in the world of Star Wars, that would be so much better. But here, you can't have much Sith at all. Like, maybe she talks to somebody who talks to Vader, but, like, you're in between Empire and Return of the Jedi. The only Jedi aspect you'll ever have, and I would honestly would not be surprised if she's involved somehow getting Lando into Jabba's palace so that he can get Han out.
Yeah, but that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, that goes to what I talked about before when I was reading the article, that the only way they could do it is that they talk to some Jedi or Sith. That's boring as shit to fans like us. We don't care for these little stories. And I'm tired of the whole Andor argument of, the writing is so great. Like you shouldn't have to worry about, Jedi and Sith and the Force. Like, look, that's what makes Star Wars. So I see what you're saying, Rolo. I personally, though, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not spending $70 on a game.
I agree with you. I'm just saying. But, like, I think the best way that they've done it since Disney bought Star Wars of, like, the mix and match is Battlefront 2017. Where you actually got to play as, like, Jedi, Sith, Troopers, whatever. Like, why don't you just have a campaign where you play as different characters and different missions and, like, do stuff? Like, if like, one mission you're Luke and the next mission you're Han, or one mission you're Anakin, the next mission you're, like, Padme, or like something like switch it up like that. Like that stuff was fun back in the day. They used to have a lot of games like that, and it was a blast. Everybody loved it. I mean, even down to Legos. So I don't get why they don't just like it ain't broke. So why are you trying to fix it? Because it's really not. Like it'll work.
Yeah. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
What's up,
What's up, Sean? How you doing, buddy?
What's up, Shane?
What's up, Jimmy?
And there's a lovely Argyle ad.
Oh, Caleb's favorite movie of the year.
That's a really good way to get kicked.
Hey, it wasn't me for the first time.
yeah, right. Okay, the decision was made to set outlaws between Empire and Return of the Jedi. The second, it's so sad to live in a world that you have to
say that.
Third films in the original trilogy. Because it's a time when the underworld is thriving. Do you know when another time the underworld was thriving? Clone Wars. We know it's that obviously they were it was thriving 10 years before the Clone Wars because the Pikes wouldn't have felt safe to kill Master Sifo-Dyas if they weren't powerful.
The reason is they're in the Outer Rim and the Republic doesn't give a shit. They've been fine. They've been doing great. All of these syndicates. It's not something that just started when the Empire. The only syndicate that really bumped up after the Empire took control was anybody affiliated with the Hutts. because the Empire just said, "Fuck it, you got hut space, control it. We don't care." Like they didn't even care about them.
Right.
So like, this is all.
Let's see. When we were starting off the discussions with Lucasfilm, it was very clear that the 1 year period between Empire and Return of the Jedi, that's where the Rebels aren't part of the picture. The Empire is taking more and more control, but the Syndicates, they're taking more power. They're exploiting all these weaknesses. So it really is a moment where the underworld is thriving, and there's no better situation for an established or a rookie scoundrel to cut their teeth in this particular moment. Kay Vest is voiced by Humberly Gonzalez.
Sorry.
What?
Nothing.
Yes. Damia?
Okay, cool.
Oh wait, she's an Avatar Frontiers of she's the female voice? Or
I don't know. I don't know which voice she is.
Ginny and
see, I'm assuming Ginny in Georgia is a is another game.
Wait, she's in Star Wars: The Bad Batch.
Her alien companion Nix is voiced by D. Bradley Baker. Star Wars: Bad Batch and American Dad. American Dad's a good show. So
wait, what's he in an American? Who's he voicing?
I don't know who these people are. Well, I'll look it up.
You know who D. Bradley Baker is? He voices all the clones.
Okay. There's like 3 voice actors. I actually know their names. Jennifer Hale. What's his name? The big black guy.
You don't even know his name.
Right, exactly.
You just said there's 3 that I know his name, and you said what's his name? The big black guy.
The full cast has not been revealed, though we know Outlaws will include characters both new and old. Among the old is Jabba the Hutt, who Massive confirmed will assign K missions from his palace on Tatooine. Among the new is the battle droid ND5, voiced by Jay Rincon, who fought in the Clone Wars before taking up life in the underworld.
It's not a battle droid. It's a commando droid.
Okay.
They're just but like you can just tell whoever wrote this doesn't know anything about Star Wars. They're just reading.
No, that's not, dude. I hate to defend IGN, but that's not fair because there's a difference between knowing, the gist of Star Wars, having enjoyed the movies and some of the show, and knowing there's a difference between a battle droid and a commando droid.
Bro,
there is absolutely a difference.
You can tell that first sentence of this paragraph. Kay Vest is voiced by Humberly Gonzalez, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, Ginny in Georgia. You can tell they literally just looked up Humberly Gonzalez and went, oh, she voices somebody in Avatar. Oh, that's a famous thing. Okay, Avatar.
No, it's the go to IMDb right now. Look at any actor or actress, and their top billed stuff is what is mentioned for them. That's what this is doing.
Yeah, but you're defending.
No, Rollo, you're right here. You're wrong. What this is doing is it is listing their accolades. Accolades.
But yes. So
that's what it's doing.
But what I'm also saying is you could also go back and look at IGN articles that have full on descriptive Star Wars lore throughout the entire article from even a year ago. And this one just goes Battle Droid ND5. Like, come on. Like, it's night and day. Like, you can either have one that's full on, like,
this also isn't, dude. I guarantee you, when we get closer, when we get actual information from the damn game, that we'll know whether or not, or we'll get articles that actually express their knowledge.
I am being overly critical. I understand that, but at the same time, I'm also like, it's a simple change to go a commando droid as opposed to it's something that simple that if you even watched Clone Wars, you would know the difference because they look completely different. Like, you would know the difference. We all knew the difference when we saw the trailer. They even have a video on IGN's YouTube breaking it down. That's a commando droid.
No, dude, I get it. It's sad that they fucked that up. but I think being that upset about it is ridiculous.
I'm not upset about it. I'm just nitpicking.
So let's move on to locations and map size.
We were nitpicking all.
Let's see. Star Wars Outlaws open world is spread across multiple handcrafted planets of manageable sizes. So I'm just going to go ahead and call bullshit on that. I don't believe for a second that the entire map has been handcrafted.
I agree.
Yeah, you just have to go back to Starfield. Go back to Starfield.
Yeah,
go back to Todd Howard sitting there saying, we're going to get 1,000 planets that are all completely different. They've been handcrafted. There's no computer generation at all. And then that was just complete bullshit.
One thing I will give this game, though, they have a very seamless transition from the planet to space.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually fly the ship in atmosphere and then fly through mid-atmosphere into space, which I like. That's
at least in that one scene.
Yes, so that might be a certain sequence. We don't know because we just saw the Madden Web trailer and they had Sydney Sweeney all over it, but we never got to see that as her Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same shit. They just throw shit up there.
So I think what they're doing here is they're trying to get the hype value from this article, right, Caleb?
Yeah.
They do things like saying it's the first open world game. They're doing things like handcrafted planets, but we all know this isn't the first open world Star Wars game, and we know that they're not handcrafting each planet. What they're doing is taking the model from another game, or so to speak, the code, right, that generates the image. Like when you're actually coding what the image is going to look like, they're copying and pasting. So like what you're talking about with Starfield, they're taking planets that have already been built and they're changing it to make it look more Star Wars-esque. Most likely what they're going to...
This is my biggest concern. We keep reading the planets, final number to be announced, quote, could be equivalent to 2 to 3 zones in Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
I think they're talking about the...
Let me pull up that.
Play that game.
But they're talking about the volume. They're talking about the size, I think.
Yeah. So I got Odysseus's journey map.
It'll be like one Skyrim sized area. Like if they told me it'll be like the map in Elder Scrolls Online, I'd be like, oh fuck yeah. Because that's one thing that Elder Scrolls Online does amazing. There is so many places you can go. So much shit to do. It is a massive game. If they did something like that and they were like, yeah, you got...
Hey, Rolo, if you keep talking about an MMO on my channel, I'm going to have to kick you.
All right.
This is an anti-MMO space.
All right, anyway. If they don't allow you... What I'm saying, though, is the way they do it is they split it up. So it's you have this one area, but you have certain regions in that area. So what if you had Coruscant, which they'll probably not give us Coruscant. They won't give us Nar Shaddaa. They should. Nar Shaddaa would be perfect for this game.
Wait, I lost you. Wait, what was the original statement?
He's talking about the
sections, so
the size or locations. We don't know what locations we're getting yet, so let's cool it on that. I was trying to pull up this map so that
you can have different regions.
Please don't talk over me. I was trying to pull up this map so that I could... Yeah, but it's my stream. I was trying to pull up this map so that I could show the size of the different areas, but it's only giving me a collectible thing. X-Wing's here. What up, bud?
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
X-Wing.
But I can't find a map that just shows the sections of each map or
Caleb, do you mind? Sure. Can I quickly give him a rundown on what we were just talking about?
Absolutely.
So we were laughing at the fact that this article from IGN X-Wing was saying how this upcoming Star Wars game, Outlaws, is going to be it is the first open world Star Wars game, and they're also saying that these are handcrafted maps or planets, which I both statements I think are complete bullshit. I think
I believe that when my shit turns purple.
Yeah.
That's a crave
one,
sherbet.
one statement is absolutely bullshit. The second statement is arguable bullshit.
Well, but
I
actually,
think
what
they're
do you
both
think
complete.
about that, dude? Because I think it's complete bullshit. First
Yeah, I
open
mean-
world game.
Yeah, so first off, that's not true. Secondly, I don't know why people keep saying that. Like it's always the first, right? It's like the first
Yeah.
black, disabled, blind Halo Spartan, yada yada yada. But
Wait, did
No, I
they
don't-
make the show?
what's that?
Did they make a blind disabled Spartan in the show?
He was a black, gay, albino, blind former Spartan.
I
in the
didn't
Halo
watch the
show.
last couple
All
episodes.
Infinity Stones.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
like he said, he had all of the Infinity Stones. Yeah,
all my videos.
Avengers level diversity.
Yeah.
Oh my god! My Halo video is gonna be.
But X-Men, carry on with what you're saying, because
So I mean, this is like, dude, we've seen this, not just the first thing, but we've seen this before with like open planets that we've handcrafted. Like, first off, shenanigans. The only game that's ever done that and really like kept up to their promise has been No Man's Sky. That's the
But it
only game I
took
can think of that
a
did
decade to
it
keep
took
up
them
that
a
promise.
while, yeah, but they got
Yeah.
back to it.
Yeah, that's
I
really
think-
the only one I can think of.
I think there's a couple games that have actually lived up to it without help from modders.
Yeah.
And
I mean, in my mind, the only way you can do that is if you do 100% procedurally generated.
yeah,
In which case, it's not a handcrafted planet; it's a
Right.
procedurally generated environment, which is fine.
Well,
I'm
that's
totally
Star
okay with that.
doesn't Star Citizen do that?
Oh,
Is
I
that
still
game
haven't
even out
played
yet?
that, dude.
Yeah,
I want to play it so bad.
My buddy plays it. Star
The
Citizen
one with
is pretty cool.
the one with all the actors and actresses in it, right?
No. That's
What
the
am I
one
thinking of?
with Mark Hamill. You're thinking of. I'm talking. Star Citizen is like it has. You can make your own ship. You make your own colonies, and
Yeah, it's like a much cooler
Please.
Elite Dangerous, basically.
yeah, it's really cool. But I mean, you could literally be like a crime lord and like run drug smuggling and like slave rings and shit. It's
Yeah.
like wild.
If they'd have just made that Star Wars, it would have been.
That's what I'm
absolutely
saying.
perfect.
It feels like
Okay, so there's
a pure
two.
pirate.
There's two of them. There's Star Citizen, and then there's Squadron 42. Squadron 42 is the thing I'm thinking of.
That I haven't heard
So
of.
Squadron 42 is supposed to be like the same game but different of Star Citizen.
Okay,
It's the same game, but it's not.
but different. Same.
Yeah, so
but
Squadron
different.
42, you've probably seen stuff from this like floating around. You take the role of a rookie UE Navy combat pilot in a cinematic single player adventure set in the Star Citizen universe.
Oh, interesting.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the game I've actually been looking forward to. They've been working on this for like a decade and a half.
Yeah, Star Citizen is incredibly impressive. It's
Yeah,
an
it's a
incredibly
really
impressive
cool
game.
game.
I don't know why I haven't downloaded that and started playing it.
I'm surprised you haven't played it before.
On
'cause
your
it's
new
so
rig,
fun.
too.
Yeah, on the new rig, it'd probably be fire. Steam.
Speaking of mods, Rollo, do you know Sims has mods?
Yeah.
Dude. Oh my god. So my wife loves The Sims. And she I had no idea about the modding community and everything. I gave her my
Yes.
old computer and had to re-download all of the different things and make sure all the bin files were right. So I'm a professional Sims modder now, and I've never played that game once.
Oh, dude. All you gotta know is
Careful
the
what
clock goes
careful
in
what
time.
mods get downloaded.
Yeah, she had plant your
Oh.
own weed farm and all kinds of stuff like
There's
that.
a-
Oh, well,
lot
that's
of-
really that's a nice wholesome mod.
Yeah.
There's a
So
lot of
the
weird
planets and
mods.
outlaws will adhere to Lucasfilm's 80-20 rule of location design: 80% familiar, 20% alien or fantastical.
I've never heard of that rule. Have you?
Oh
guys?
yeah,
80-20? I haven't heard that.
I've never heard of that
they
rule.
talked a lot during Survivor.
Interesting.
Garrity
I've heard of
explains how Massive designed its version of Tatooine around this philosophy. We start off with a biome, in this case, that Southeast African biomes, as an inspiration, and then you put a twist on it to make it feel a little bit alien. if you think of the first shots, maybe not the first shots, but the
Sorry about that.
But the shots of Tatooine. Jeez, y'all should really fix that. Beautiful, recognizable architecture, but two suns. For us, it's having this huge mountain and carved into it the Amberin of the mountains. What's the Amberin?
I imagine the horizon.
Oh. The crystalline substance is the city, and these outcroppings of orange, very reflective material. That's what brings the really alien nature to it, familiar but fresh.
Who decided an axolotl was like the choice?
Somebody who really
Has
a Harry Potter fan.
Yeah, somebody who has a pet axolotl, pretty much.
Yeah, a Harry Potter fan. That's what.
Or somebody who plays a lot of Minecraft and just the update came out. Or their kid loves them.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Can you all fill me in real quick? What did
I just kind of talk? Didn't really move much past where we were. Just kind of talking about the 80-20 rule for design. Let's see, and I've got this other article that links to that, talking about.
Hey, before we move on to the next article, can I get both your guys' opinions, X-Wing and Caleb? So they're trying to hype this up as like the next. It's innovative, right? Mm-hmm. But I think this kind of ties into. I said this before. It ties into the whole Respawn Mandalorian game being canceled based off of the premise that there weren't the Force Jedi and lightsabers in the game. Do you think there's some sort of correlation between it, or am I trying to stretch right now and grab something that isn't actually related to the two? Because I'm thinking. Go on.
I think so, simply because these are two different companies.
Okay. X-Wing, you what do you think on that?
I don't.
Like, I think they're stretching on this article. They're trying to hype it up a lot. And then we're seeing that Respawn game getting canceled. And I read something about it being that there weren't enough Jedi or lightsabers and stuff in this. I think there's a correlation between the two because they're trying, IGN and this game is trying to put out as much hype as they can. But then this game gets canceled. And I think partially it's because they saw the reactions of fans like ourselves who saw this game and we're like, maybe I am stretching.
I don't know. Honestly, when I think this stuff goes on, we tend to, as fans, really play it into like our reactions and or like what we think about it or what they might see on the internet and stuff like that. I fully believe that like they really don't give a shit until the numbers come out. They don't give a shit about what we think.
Yeah,
legitimately. Otherwise, if they did, if they put any stock in it, I think we'd see a lot different content. But
I think you're right. I don't know. That's it. Maybe that's part of me being a hopeful.
I think
right.
I think your answer, or I think you'll get your answer in just a couple minutes, Damia.
Okay.
Because there's something else I want to talk about. Let's see. Another location Massive has detailed is the previously unexplored moon Tashara. Inspired by East African savannas, Tashara is home to lots of wide open plains, a perfect playground for Kay's speeder. It's described as a hive of scum and villainy, where players can explore the scoundrel lifestyle. This might just be me, and I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. But I think I've already heard the phrase "a hive of scum and villainy" somewhere before. Am I just losing it? Oh my God! You know what? Maybe it was. How about figure out your own damn way of describing something?
I mean, they are talking about a Mos Eisley, like Star Wars or a Tatooine makeup, right?
No, this is a different location.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Another location, Massive.
Oh, yeah. The other one was the Southeast African or something, or Northeast African. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Kajimi, home to a hive mind syndicate based on the Medlito species called the Ashiga clan. The humid jungle planet of Akiva and Cantonica, home to the infamous casino city Canto Bight.
Wonderful.
I mean, they're right. It is infamous.
Yeah, interesting.
Let's see.
Pander into those sequel folks, eh?
Game length. While Ubisoft has not revealed how long it will take to complete Star Wars Outlaws, two key developers have commented on their desire to avoid making it too big.
Let me touch in before we start this. There, especially with open world games, there's a difference between like a 40-hour story main mission storyline and overall playability throughout the game, right? So you can squeeze 60 to 100 hours out of a game with the storyline being somewhat short with an open world game. Now, with The Force Unleashed 2, that pissed me off because I quite literally beat that game in 2 days.
Yeah.
If you guys remember that game, right?
Like after school, beat it.
Exactly.
2 days. Not like a Saturday, Sunday.
Exactly. 10-hour game.
Yeah.
That was like a 10-hour game. That is upsetting.
So, now, Ronnie, we're talking about Outlaws, the Star Wars game coming out later this year.
But do you guys both see what I'm saying with this?
Yes. Like, I don't remember that being an open world game.
What? Force Unleashed 2?
Force
That's not what I was saying.
Oh,
what I was saying is the difference is that with the Force Unleashed 2, that was my kind of bad example or poor example, right? That you could literally beat that game in 3 days after school, right? Because we were all in school, I think, at that time when that game came out. I was waiting for that game. It came out, and me and my dad both looked at each other like, "Did you beat that quickly?" And he goes, "Yeah."
I didn't play that game for the first time until like 6 years ago.
So when I played it on release, and I got legitimately irritated because I beat it like what X-Wing said after, like in high school, I beat it like after school got out. I would play for like 4 hours, and then I beat it the next day. So I owned it for 3 days, and then I beat the story, and I went. I was like,
"That's the purpose."
I was like, I'm pretty sure I just spent $50 on this game. That didn't feel like it was worth it. Now, what they're saying here about making sure it's not too big, I think they're talking about the scale of the game, not necessarily the storyline.
Yeah, if you keep
it's in
reading,
direct reference to it, though.
Yeah, if you keep reading, a common criticism for recent Ubisoft open world games like Valhalla, too big, according to Garrity and narrative director Navid, is a game that people don't manage to play, enjoy, and finish. Well, so here's the problem. Right. Here's the problem with Valhalla. The Valhalla's issue laid in the combat. They did something between Odyssey and Valhalla. And what they should have just done is kept the same fighting style.
Can I say, I don't think it was just combat. I think it was mechanics for me.
Well, I think that's very much the same thing.
But combat is specific to combat, and mechanics, like when it comes to running, that's not really combat, right?
Okay, so mechanics.
Running, movement.
Yeah, so it laid in the mechanics. The swinging your axe, and the fact that it took 7 months to get short swords. Or
X-Wing, your face.
Valhalla's kind of a sore spot for me.
Really?
Very sore for me.
Yeah, I'm a little sore about that one still.
I really enjoyed it until it's been out for like 4 years now. I can screw it over. I really enjoyed it until they fucking used Alfred the Great to be the overall bad guy in the end, and then made him not the bad guy by saying, I just want to end what my family has been doing. That whole thing was dumb as hell.
I think you guys both will understand this because I actually watched both of you play this game because you guys both streamed it. Survivor. I watched both of you guys play Survivor before I beat it. When I saw a hint of High Republic, I booted out. And the point I'm trying to make right now is that Star Wars is different than the Ubisoft games, right? Because like things like Valhalla, it's a combination of Ubisoft and Star Wars. And Star Wars is the main point why I'm playing these games, right? It's a Star Wars game. I grew up on Star Wars games. I love them. But like I didn't touch Caleb, you know this. I didn't touch Survivor for 6 months pretty much. And then I decided to pick it back up because of the High Republic stuff. So Outlaws already has a huge red flag in front of it for me, because there's no Jedi. You're playing.
Yep.
Frankly, I hate to say it, you're playing as a woman scoundrel. I'm sexist, I know, but like, that's what it comes down to. I can't relate to it.
We did not know it was High Republic.
Yes,
we knew that there was some random bad Jedi. It was not clear. I'm answering what Pilgrim said.
Oh, okay.
What's up, Mars?
But again, to Pilgrim's point, that's not the point. The point is, like, I play Star Wars games and I'll spend the money to get a good Star Wars story out of it, right? So, are we going to get a good story out of this game? Like, you tell me, right? I'm not willing to spend another $80 on a Star Wars game. I'm just not. Like,
so let's keep looking at this real quick. Our objective is to really get people into a very dense, rich adventure, open world adventure that they can explore at their own rhythm. So it is absolutely not a 200 to 300 hour epic, unfinishable RPG. This is a very focused action adventure RPG that will take people on a ride, and it's very manageable. That tells me that it's going to be like a 20-hour campaign with 15 hours of side missions.
You know what that tells me?
What?
Lack of effort.
No, you know what that, to me, that I hear Uncharted. I hear like they're going to focus on a story, but it's not going to be a story that I personally want to be told in Star Wars.
Any of the Uncharted, or is specific to Uncharted? Because I never played any of them.
Uncharted, like first two games, like it's going to be heavy cutscenes. You get to point A to point B, then cutscene, then another point A to point B cutscene, and it's good. Like it sounds like they're going to focus on that. But again, like I just brought up about Survivor, I like, depending on what they do with, like they're dealing with a double-edged sword right now. They're dealing with good. Ubisoft is already in a position, or Ubisoft, however you pronounce it. They're already in the gutter with the last few games they've made.
Yep.
And then on top of that, Star Wars is not in a great place with fans like us. So when you get the blend of the two, which is Star Wars fans that are also gamers, which are a lot of us, now they have to do two things. They have to execute a story that we are going to be engaged with from start to finish. At the same time, give us a gameplay that we're both going to love, like that we're going to love. So if they fail on one of those, we're going to bitch. And if they fail on both of them, we're going to
bitch no matter what.
Because you already paid for the game.
But you guys get where I'm going.
Which
with this, right?
So this is shit like this is a great reason why having a subscription to Ubisoft Plus month to month type thing is a great idea, because like I just canceled my Ubisoft Plus for Skull and Bones. I got specifically to play Skull and Bones. Done. I'm bored. Don't really give a shit about it anymore. So there's no reason for me to have it until, in 5 months when this comes out, I can pick it up again, pay $18, play their $70 game for however long I decide to play it, and then dump it. Real quick, I just got fucking whiplash. Good. I wanted to be a woman playing a man, pretending to be a woman that identifies as a panda.
A dude disguised as another dude.
Playing another dude, being another dude. So the other thing that kind of annoys me about this, it's absolutely not a 200 to 300 hour epic unfinishable RPG. What's so dumb about that is there are so many different ways to increase the length of a game. Do you do something like what Skyrim does? They've got, a decent 25-hour campaign with 9 different 30-hour expansions.
I love that.
Yeah. So, and that's what you used to do. You used to have your main game came out. You had probably about 50 hours on it. And then you would release, 15 to 20 hour DLCs 2 to 3 times. And then you do your next game.
Yeah, but the thing with Skyrim is they had them already implemented when the game dropped. They already had in all these things, and then they added in 2 other 20-hour campaigns.
Right.
So they had those little 9-hour quests like ready to go. If you were level enough to do them, you could do them before you even did the main quest. And then,
I think everyone did that, right?
No.
Isn't that kind of like the rule? You go and get fucked up by the ice troll, and then you go, I'm not doing that, and then you go do a bunch of other stuff.
I ran past the ice troll my first time.
Pussy.
Oh, I fought him.
That's not how the game was supposed to be played.
Yeah, you're supposed to die. Well, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, even so like Star Citizen, same kind of thing. That's why I just call it like, it's a mod for Skyrim. That's basically what Starfield is. And they do the same thing.
Yeah.
You can be the pirate, or you can be, the marshal, or whatever those are. So
Yep.
That just doesn't seem to be what this game is.
I want a game that's just like the Skyrim mod of Live Another Life, which is as soon as you create your character, you're presented with a menu. And you can say, I'm a farmer, I'm a new adventurer, I am a member of the Thieves Guild, I'm a student at the College of Winterhold. And it gives you a first quest. But they also give the option of the main quest, so like, I'm a prisoner in Helgen.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. But you get to really create your character and go, oh, I just got off at a port at Solitude. I'm a new person from this location or whatever. Like, but you can do a lot of
that makes
stuff.
it a 200-hour unfinishable RPG. Dude, when game devs say shit like that, it pisses me off so much because it's like, dude, give the create. So do what George Lucas did, right? Give the world, and then let us live in it. That's all I'm trying to say.
Well, wouldn't you want your people to be playing the game for 300 hours?
Yeah. 100%.
Like
on release, and then expect us to go, damn, they're coming out with more content. I want to pay for that. Hey, bro, did you buy the new content so we can play these missions together? Shit like that. Like 100%. Look at freaking what's the game we've been playing? Helldivers.
Helldivers, yeah.
Like, dude, people are putting 200 hours into that right now.
I'm
absolutely wrecking, and they're waiting. They're like, when's the next thing?
People already.
I'm at 165.8 hours right now.
Yeah, you want to talk about an unfinishable game? That is an unfinishable game, and it's taken the world by storm.
Well, and so actually, now that we're on this topic, I'd like to bring up, it's not a perfect game. Like, there's issues. Like, you drop something down, it lands in a rock. You can't get your...
Guess what? We don't give a shit.
Exactly, but this is what I'm saying. No, we deal with it. Like, today I was playing with Caleb and Will on your Discord. All of a sudden, I tried to pull up my stratagems. It froze on that screen, but I could still run around.
Yeah.
I had Bayou kill me, and I rebooted. I don't care about that little stuff. It's not a perfect game, but it's so fun that we're constantly playing still.
He was really quick to that too. Like he didn't even hesitate. He just shot him in the head.
We were all willing to sit there for hours, hitting refresh, trying to get into the queue, anything.
We were there. I mean, what's the longest y'all sat waiting? I think I got up to like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I remember the first time Daimyo tried to play it, and he was there for like 2.5 hours just trying to get into the freaking queue.
And then I got in and I got kicked the first game.
Yeah.
That's
your motherboard died.
Oh, no, imagine if that's what this game was, people would throw it out and say it's not worth playing. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I hope that game shakes up the industry completely. I hope it completely shakes the industry and we get off of this PvP brain rot and we start getting some.
I think it is, but
games.
X-Wing, when did that game come out? What, like a month ago?
Has it been that long? I guess.
I think a month. I think February 5th or 6th was about it.
All right, so there's already people making mods for that game. Like, they're already coming out with a mod that's called Hell Jumpers, and it's a full Halo mod that allows you to, like, change your character to look like somebody, like an ODST from Halo or a Halo Marine. But they also add in, like, new stuff. The plan is, at first it's just skins, but you're still fighting the insects and you're still fighting the automatons. But the plan is that eventually they want to add in other planets and another front where you're fighting the Covenant. So you can act, which would be pretty freaking cool.
It's going to be better than the show, that's for sure. But yeah, anyways, like I was saying, I hope this changes it. I really can't wait if somebody turns this into a Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
mod.
man.
That would be incredible, man. You know, you get a Venator instead of your destroyer. You know, your clones. Yeah, your clones instead. I mean, just even walking around on the bridge of the Venator over a planet and doing the faster than light jumps and stuff. That'd be so cool. Add in the klaxons when you're about to go into hyperspace, you know.
That'd be badass.
I probably wouldn't leave that game ever, to be honest with you. I'd probably play it forever.
But here's the thing, like, why don't we have that? We should.
It's going to take people. Yeah. Oh, you mean why don't we have that game? Well, I mean,
it's going to take people not spending millions of dollars a year on Warzone and Fallout. Fortnite.
No, I'm talking about like why have they not just made a Star Wars game like that?
Because Warzone makes $3.5 billion a year. That's why.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So Rolo, you're like, why haven't they made a game like that? We didn't have any game like this. You know what I mean? I'm not saying this is the first of its kind, but it's definitely the first of its kind that's out there. Looks like it's a AAA. It's pretty and people are flocking to it. So what I'm saying is I hope this changes or at least inspires some other stuff. Do I think we're going to get a Helldivers Star Wars? No, I don't think so. But hopefully the mods are going to get us there.
They will. Modders are like, I had a very long conversation the other day. It was on my stream after my co-host left, and I was just talking to chat. And I had mentioned, like, modders are what keeps games alive.
Because look at what it did for Skyrim, dude. It's still very alive and well.
To this day, the most modded game on the Steam Nexus is Skyrim.
Yeah,
it has.
Yeah, but Skyrim's like an exception.
I don't
have a sandbox.
There's so many games that would be awesome to have mods and stuff for that just don't.
But there's also so many games, Caleb, that would be dead right now if it wasn't for modders.
Well, and maybe some of them should be dead.
Maybe they should.
There's a VR game called Contractors that did a whole update where they made it clones fighting. So it's a VR, fighting game, but they made it all Star Wars. Oh my god, dude, I love that game. It's so much fun.
And then on the VR front, they've got that. You and I were talking about. They've got that B-52. Sorry,
B-17.
B-17 game coming. God, I wish it was a B-52.
B-52.
But yeah, they've got that. We've got the what's it called? We've got the Quidditch game coming out. I think that's supposed to be at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm. Signed up for that beta. I never got to play it.
Yeah, hoping that it leads to Hogwarts Legacy 2. I mean, it's going to. They've already said they're making another one.
It's the same crew.
Yeah. My biggest concern would be that this game looks like it's going to be a live service. The Quiz game looks like it's going to be a live service game. Yeah, and so I'm hoping that it isn't them testing the waters for live service.
How much can they do with a live service Quidditch game? What are they going to add that makes things different?
It's just real time. So live service meaning it'll be like Rocket League. There's real time leaderboards. They'll have tournaments and stuff like that. You can probably form a team and try to become the #1 Quidditch team. Yada yada.
I
yada.
didn't expect it to be like that. I usually, when I think of live service, I think of like Battlefront 2017, where they're like, oh yeah, we'll be updating it at points in time.
2043.
I said Battlefront. Battlefront 2017. Battlefront 2.
Oh yeah. So I wanted to show Daimio this, but I believe he left. I don't know if anyone played Titanfall 2.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. That was like one of my favorite games ever.
I love
the
that
story
game.
was so much fun.
Yeah, dude, the story's amazing.
Respawn, probably one of Respawn's best games.
It is Respawn's best game.
So we get this. Respawn is the correct grammar, making a new game set in the Titanfall universe with Titanfall game director Steve Fukuda leading the development. It is not Titanfall 3.
Yeah, it's kind of Apex Legends crap.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna be some more Apex bullshit.
I don't know what y'all think, but I feel like Hogwarts Legacy has proven that we want single player games.
Yeah.
And why would Respawn, who just had to fire a bunch of people and shut down production on a game, not make a single player game?
Because they're afraid of losing out on the extra buys when it comes to a live service game. That's the bottom line. There's too much crap for people to buy in a live service game.
That's true. They have constant consumers because they're just going to constantly keep buying like all of the different type of even if it is a single player game, they still have loot boxes in single player games these days.
Well, dude, even freaking Helldivers, you can still buy stuff there. They have offerings, so it's the old question, do you want to make a game for $50? People pay the $50, they're in the door, and then there's no other money to be made. Or do you want to make a game for $45, and then there's the potential for that customer to spend another $30, $40, $50 once they're in game, or maybe more over their lifetime playing the game? It's a greed thing. It's absolutely not for the consumer.
This is the thing that bugs me about this. They could 100% do that, and they did that for years. EA did that. EA and DICE did that for years over on Battlefield. Battlefield 3, 4, 5, 1, Hardline. They all had loot boxes. They all had cosmetics. They all had jump ahead and get all the weapons, get all the stats, all that. They all had those boxes. If you wanted to pay, you could, but you didn't have to. You could just play the fucking game
and get it.
And for the first 3 of those that I mentioned, they had really great campaigns as well.
Same with Halo. And speaking of great campaigns, Extra, I want to know what your opinion is on this because you played Titanfall 2's campaign and you said you loved it. So I thought it was phenomenal. You remember the ending?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, thanks, buddy.
So it lends itself to a third game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Carry on the pilot's story.
Yeah, well, not even just that, but you have BT's emote pop up that's the last shot is it's still flickering, he might still be in there. So here's the thing, it's a great story. Now, if they were to make another game set in the Titanfall universe and it wasn't the Apex bullshit that we've been dealing with, which just annoys me, and the thing that annoys me the most about Apex is that so many people don't know it's attached to Titanfall, and they're like, oh, what is Titanfall? I like Ape, and it's you don't realize that they're like, oh, Titanfall copied that. And I'm like, I hate you. Stop talking. But
that's all part of growing up, Rolo.
I know, dude, it sucks. But my point being is if they were to make a game, because if you remember in the campaign, there's so many different aspects of Titanfall 2 where you have characters that are older. You have characters from different points in time from before your character gets involved. If you were to make a spin-off game that was a prequel, I might be interested in that to see how certain factions were formed, how Ash became a robot, fully, she's Grievous. So how did she become Grievous? Because she was a person. So all that stuff, I would be I'd be interested in those characters and like seeing what they did, but I'd prefer Titanfall 3 any day of the week.
Yeah, so they don't care. That's
yeah, I know.
That's nice. I think the problem right now is that devs are really scared to make a flat out game because even since Titanfall 2 has come out, the amount of money that it takes to make a game has grown exponentially. And so I think that's a lot of the fear from a lot of the devs is that we want to make a game, but if we like, I can't charge you $90 for the game. You know what I mean? We have to keep a low price point, a barrier to entry that's at that $59.99 or, that's, whatever the base game price is, and then make our money back on the stuff that we get from the live service.
I think that has to do with, as well with like why a lot of games like I know I always bring it up, but a good example is like why Halo Infinite didn't drop with co-op campaign or Forge World. Like they had to make their money up from other stuff before they added in all the things that, every other single game has had in it. Took a while.
Bro, that didn't drop
2 years.
Because they were fucking idiots.
Yeah, well, yeah, but still, like they don't have the money to pay.
Were you saying they needed to drop it so they could start making the money to keep making Forge?
No, I was saying they dropped the game so that they would have enough money to work on that shit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. That's 100%. Yeah. Because that's what was so dumb because they dropped the co-op. They dropped multiplayer like 2 months before the game comes out.
Yeah,
and then drop the game, and they drop it with this giant what's it called, roadmap that explained like all these 10 years of content they were going to do. And then about a month after it dropped, everyone beat the game, and it's like, well, you might get something in like a year.
Yeah, and
it's complete bullshit.
And people were like, "Where's Forge?" And for a couple months, they actually were just jerking people along, going like, "Oh yeah, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming." And then they had finally, like, they were answering, like the developers were answering people on Twitter. They were being very vocal. They kept mentioning Forge in their videos, and then past that point, it was radio silent because people were expecting it. And then all of a sudden, they were like, "Oh, by the way, Forge drops in 3 weeks." Everybody was like, "Oh shit, okay." Or co-op campaign, same thing.
So I want to move on to one of the things that I actually put in the title for tonight. Anybody see anything about this Sweet Baby Inc. stuff?
Yes.
What the hell is Sweet Baby Inc.?
So it's great that you asked. Founded in 2018, Sweet Baby Inc. is a narrative development and consultation studio based in Montreal and working around the globe. Our mission is to tell better, more empathetic stories while diversifying and enriching the video games industry. We aim to make games more engaging, more fun, more meaningful, and more inclusive for everyone.
Imagine that's your excuse me, I'm not going to say it. Imagine that's your job.
So can I say something real quick to that point?
I mean, you haven't asked yet, so go ahead.
I did actually, but I actually saw Jay Drunk Three talking about this, and he what he mentioned was he was like, how does one literally just wake up one day and go, I'm gonna start a consultation company, and we're the ones who can tell you what's right and wrong. You need to listen to us.
We're gonna ruin your shit.
We're
how about that?
Like, and you have to hire us, or else we'll blackmail you on Twitter. Like that's
exactly.
And I think it's a great point that he made, because how did one start this company? How do you just go, yep, I'm gonna start a consultation company. I'm gonna consult on your game, and they're like, oh, we have to listen to this person. They seem credible.
Well, it's absolutely going to start with some sort of funding, right? So you will.
Yeah.
They may not have always been this way. This consultation company may have changed into this.
No. It was new because it was a group of developers from all these other different video game companies.
Oh, they probably got freaking let go because they were insufferable, and they're like, we'll form our own firm.
100%.
Let me see if I can find this clip real quick of the actual season.
let's see. They worked on God of War. We worked on narrative and character consultation with a focus on representation. You want to play Ragnarok?
Yeah. So, no, I haven't played it, but I've watched. Beardo play it quite a bit. What I would say is what's funny is that most of the games that I've heard complaints about are on this, with the exception of God of War Ragnarok. And also, Ragnarok strikes me as a game that should probably not need a diversity consultation group.
Now, why would that be? Maybe because it takes place in what? 800
Fantasyland, first off. Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes place in myth, but definitely not like African myth.
In Spider-Man 2, they worked on story consultation. And in the Crew Motorfest, a game where you drive a car and that's it. We worked on proofreading and additional writing.
You're proofreading? What?
So I have heard now that they apparently, I don't know how true this is, but they have their hands in the new MLB The Show, which a lot of like sports fans are talking about because.
What did they do on Suicide?
Not everything. They did.
We worked on script writing, banter, cutscenes, barks, audio logs, etc.
Oh, good. They got rid of the microaggressions in the cutscenes. Thank God.
Thank God. Spider-Man 2, they obviously put in the, the deaf chick. They made Mary Jane not hot. Like,
is Mary Jane ugly in the Spider-Man 2 game?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she's frumpy looking.
I want to check it out.
Look up Spider-Man 2 Mary Jane. They also specifically, apparently, one of their developers said that he had a hand in the mission that you have to do, which isn't like I don't think this is like it's not a bad thing, but it's just like, why is it in a Spider-Man game where you have to have the two gay guys like get together, like help them out in their relationship? Like that's like a thing that's like part of the campaign for Miles Morales. It's like that's fine, like whatever. Like I don't give a shit.
She looks like Leslie Headland.
Yes, she does. That's what I'm saying. She's frumpy looking. You see what I'm saying?
I remember she didn't look like that in the first one.
She did not. No, she wasn't like smoking hot like she's in the comics, but she didn't look like that.
Yeah.
I did find this clip though of
interesting
the CEO. So, Caleb, if you want me to pull this up.
Hang on 1 second. I got a different one. So this is the clip from about MLB The Show 24. This year's.
Yep, here it is. This is it.
Short Asian girls. Our best players are short Asian girls.
When it comes to big league dreams,
wait, what?
No two
are. This is what everybody's talking about right now. All the sports fans are talking about this.
Like, some want to swing for the fences. Some want to put on a show. Some want to perform when it's all on the line. And some want to change the game.
And it's got the entire sports world taking notice.
Whatever your big league dreams, they're yours to unlock in Road to the Show.
So this is your new franchise.
Unlock your dreams.
Okay, so here's my take on this. Can I share my take?
As soon as I finish.
Okay.
Bull up. Why did that get turned off?
You good?
Bull fucking shit.
Yeah.
You know what the hardest thing in sports in the world is? To hit 100-mile-an-hour fastball with a round ball with a round bat at 100 miles an hour is the hardest thing. It is harder to do than hitting a golf ball correctly. It is the most difficult sport in the world to compete at. You fail 7 out of 10 times and you enter the Hall of Fame. You sit there and say that women could compete in the same level at the same skill as men is the height of absurdity. Is there a woman out there that could hit a home run off of
Gina Carano probably could.
No, I seriously doubt it. Is there a woman out there that could maybe compete in the majors? There might be. A woman has passed Ranger School. There might be a woman out there. But to say that you could find enough to field a team, to field a league, is ridiculous.
Also, to that point, Caleb, that's the franchise mode, which I believe what it used to be. Franchise mode was kind of your.
I will drop you, Sundowners.
Franchise mode was like that was your actual like campaign kind of thing.
Yes. So
how it works. Okay, hold on. Before we go any further, I just want to say this. You want to put playable chicks in a video game? Do it. Who cares? It's not going to offend me. The only thing that's going to piss me off is if it's forced.
Exactly.
I.e., you want to start a franchise team, and they bring in teams, and you're playing against chicks. Forced in your franchise development. That's the only thing where I would say, like, okay, that's dumb because this is not realistic. If you want to make what's that Tom Hanks movie with the girl team?
League of Their Own.
Yeah, League of Their Own. If you want to make that a freaking team that you have to play against, make sure the stats are correct. Okay?
I agree.
Because if you put Lincecum on the mound and like he's throwing against the League of Their Own girls, it's gonna be a perfect game. It's gonna be a perfect game. I'm sorry.
Look, League of Their Own is a semi-true story. There were female teams back during World War II that actually came in and helped keep baseball going during World War II while Joe DiMaggio and the rest of the greats were out fighting the war. But there's a reason they disappeared very quickly.
Because they came back.
Yeah, because the people we actually wanted to watch came back.
Ask the fan of the WNBA.
Yeah, exactly. There's a reason that a softball is bigger than a baseball. There's a reason that softball stadium or fields are smaller.
That's very true.
Now, is it still difficult to hit a softball? Yes. If you have the best female pitcher out there thrown to you, it still comes at you real quick.
Pause.
But what's his name for the Angels is going to smack that thing out of the park a lot quicker than he's going to smack a baseball.
Oh, dude, it's a home run.
Mike Trout.
And not even just that, but you mean how many pitchers could throw a softball way fucking crazier? Like, I mean, think about it.
Sean, how drunk are you tonight, buddy?
Who?
I just
Sean,
think
he's just
there. It's look, dude. It's tough. It's sports. So like this ain't Star Wars where there's a debate to be made about like who likes it more. Is it chicks or is it dudes? You know, yada yada yada. Which I mean, we already know. Obviously, it's a lot more guys, but that's fine. I don't need to own it like a freaking secret clubhouse. Everybody should be able to enjoy it. Sports. We're talking about something a little bit different here. Okay, this is a hallowed ground. A hallowed ground.
Yes, sir.
So look at we've had two battles of the sexes in the last decade. We had one where Serena Williams at the top of her game played a number 200 male and lost badly.
Yeah,
I think she lost 6-1, 6-0 actually.
Yeah, she got her.
And then we watched the Australian national women's soccer team ranked number 3 in their in the women's rankings. Lose like I think it was 15-1, 15-0 to a JV team, basically.
Yeah, I think didn't the U.S. team also lose?
Yeah.
The U.S. women's team lost
to Wrexham.
The Manchester United. Yeah,
no, Wrexham.
Not Manchester. Sorry, yeah, the Wrexham like senior team.
Yeah,
they were all retired dudes.
Yeah,
and they lost like 12-0.
Yeah, the chick that won the World Cup for us goes out and says, to Rob McElroy, how do we say his last name? Ryan Reynolds, you should be here. You should be supporting your team. And then they lose by like
they got obliterated.
Yeah. Terrible.
Got the old men are drunk tonight, huh?
Thanks, John.
Hey, John.
Jason Momoa versus SNL girl skit. I don't think I saw that. SNL made fun of equity in sports. There's equality.
I think I remember that.
Put them on an equal playing field. See what happens. So
Yeah.
again, to me, I mean, I'll remake the point. You want to put playable female characters in MLB The Show? Go nuts. I don't give a shit. But just keep it. If you're gonna do franchise stuff, like keep it normal. You know what I mean? Just keep it normal. Whatever.
Also,
but if
don't make
if a chick
big
wants to
fucking
pop
deal
in
about it.
and make like the gnarliest chick in the world that's, you know, got freaking Barry Bond shoulders and can smack it up into the grands, like go for it. Like, I don't give a shit. Like it doesn't butter me up at all that they want to do that for me personally. If it becomes forced and they're like, welcome to the 2025 Giants lineup. And from Singapore, Yu Jing Lang, and it's a 5'2" Asian chick with a ponytail. I'm gonna be like, I don't know about that one, dude.
Oh my god, shit. Okay, so we got on this because Rollo mentioned the show. Rollo, is Sweet Baby Inc. part? Are they working on that?
Working on what show?
The show. MLB The Show.
Oh, so I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm actually not sure. I just know that this was very big at the same time. But I wanted to show this clip of the actual, I believe she's the CEO of Sweet Baby Inc.
CEO of what?
Of Sweet Baby Inc. Or like the lead director.
Okay.
Yeah, co-founder. So I wanted to show you guys. She had just said this. So co-founder Kim Blair probably explains the method she uses to force boss of game studios to censor after diversify game projects to feel the problematic, terrify them. This is a very interesting little thing here.
If you're a creative working in AAA, which I did for many, many years, put this stuff up to your higher ups. And if they don't see the value in what you're asking for when you ask for consultants, when you ask for research, go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them with the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want. If you're a creative working in AAA, which I did for many, many years.
Can we play it back, Sam? Play it back. I just want to hear that one more time.
That sounds like a felony to me.
Yeah. I was going to say. Let me pull it back up.
Take your marketing team for a coffee and terrorize them.
Yes.
About what? So you know what this reminds me of?
Terrify. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
terrify.
This reminds me of
I heard terrorize.
This reminds me of the people that threw a fit at Ubisoft when they allowed Alexios to be a playable character in Odyssey. So, I don't know if you remember, but Odyssey was originally just supposed to be Alexandra. And then they said, you know what, let's have Alexios. We'll have some guy come in, read the lines, and we'll give you the option to be her or him. And there were apparently several people furious that they allowed the player to choose between a man and a female.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, so let's hear exactly what she has to. Her wise words have to say, yeah.
If you're a creative working in AAA, which I did for many, many years, put this stuff up to your higher ups. And if they don't see the value in what you're asking for when you ask for consultants, when you ask for research, go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them with the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want. If you're a creative working in AAA.
So blackmail them if they don't give you what you want.
What's her name?
Pretty wild.
Do we know her name?
You used to have to sell your product to someone to get them to invest, but now,
is in that? Yeah, Kim Belair. Okay, so I'm curious what.
Oh my God, Sundowners! Jesus Christ, I'm gonna need another beer for this.
Oh Jesus, Sundowners.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what she did.
I just found an insect in my room. I'll be back, guys.
Oh, look at that. She worked at Ubisoft. I knew it. I knew she was probably one of them. Yep, she worked at Ubisoft. She was a script writer for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, as well as some narrative design. Wow. I guess there's probably a reason you weren't there very long. The whole time, well, this is weird. So, co-founder and CEO of Sweet Baby Inc., May 2018. Writer for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, working for Ubisoft Montreal, January 2019. So either Valhalla is probably where Sweet Baby Inc. started. She probably like bullheaded her way through shit there, and is one of the reasons that Valhalla just didn't work. Concordia University. I'm not trying to dox this lady. I mean, I guess technically we already know who she is. What is copywriting? Does anybody in the chat know what copywriting is? Beyond like the obvious of holy shit, Raider. Well, Raider pops in with 10 gifted memberships. And I wish I had updated my membership video, but I haven't. So for probably the last time, here is the old membership video.
Raider!
Ooh. Big ol' yelling. What's up, Maria?
Raider?
John says you're
Raider.
the lawyer,
Maria's here?
Caleb.
Let's go.
So,
Man, we got Raider in the chat, man. I see him everywhere.
this lady has been endorsed for copywriting by 7 people, and I'm kind of trying to figure out what copywriting means beyond
Copywriting's
the
a whole
obvious.
dude. That's a huge thing. My pops is actually in classes for copywriting right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Content production strategy focused on convincing the reader to take a specific action.
Yeah. Have we moved off the crazy later? Is that
No?
what we're
So
talking about?
that's her. So she apparently. Well, isn't that funny? So copywriting is content production strategy focused on convincing the reader to take a specific action. And we just watched a video of her saying the best way to get your AAA gaming company to introduce diversity is to threaten them.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
See, I knew you would find that an interesting video.
makes a little sense there.
You have to send me that, by the way. Send the link.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send it to my DM.
Sundowners for 1 month says Raider.
Raider.
I'll send it right now.
I'm not gonna scream right now because the baby's sleeping.
Good.
Oh yeah, how's she doing?
Stay on target.
Maria, we're talking about the Sweet Baby Inc. lady that told people to threaten their AAA companies back in 2019.
Yeah, she said take your marketing team out to coffee and terrify them with the possibility of what might happen if you don't get what you want.
Oh yeah.
And
So,
now she's a staff member of Sweet Baby Inc.
She's the co-founder.
Oh shit.
So I'm looking at her LinkedIn and she co-founded Sweet Baby Inc. in May of 2018. And then
Kim
went
Blair?
over to do what?
Kim Blair, is that her name?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then went over to Ubisoft to help write Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So that might explain my annoyance with Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
That's so funny that's the game that pissed me off so much. But it had nothing to do with what she does. Oh, whoops. I'm still in my freaking VC over here.
No, Murray, I know it's not the same as copyright. Don't worry. I figured she was not getting what's the thing, endorsed for her ability to create copyright, which is one of the easiest things you can actually do. But yeah, so that's Sweet Baby Inc. Let's see, they've worked with Xbox Game Studios, Electronic Arts, Valve, True Love, Santa Monica Studio, 2K, Ubisoft, Square Enix, Warner Brothers Games, Finji, Polytron, Rocksteady, Co-op, something, Compulsion, bunch of Avalanche. Well, that's disappointing. Wizards of the Coast. I love Avalanche. Avalanche has made some of my favorite games.
You may want to go pop back in. Just make sure it may have, since that last little time, you may have to turn super chats back on.
It is not even letting me send you this right now. It's I don't know why. It says it just keeps saying something went wrong. No, I freaking DM'd you before.
Memory.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Why is Ahsoka
turn it back on
right now? Apparently,
what is
Ahsoka?
You said it's trending.
Ahsoka's trending. 4,391 posts.
I mean, I only have,
but that's entertainment.
Hogwarts Legacy
on Twitter,
and politics stuff.
Yeah, on Twitter, I have Donald J. Trump and Ahsoka are the first two, and then Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, I think it was because what did they say today? Something else. Something came out. Oh crap! I don't have it anymore. I just passed right by it because Ahsoka was just kind of shit. But
yeah, Marie, I've got it also. I had an issue last week where everything got paused because I hadn't taken care of something, and so
Star Tours. That's what it was. Yeah,
they reset everything, and I had to turn it back on.
Yeah, Star Tours is adding Ahsoka scenes into flying around with the whales and stuff.
What's Star Tours?
Seriously?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought you were
joking. I don't go to Disney World, dude.
Yeah, so it's like it's a sit down ride where you're basically in like it's a company that like moves people. Holy shit!
The fuck. All right, X. It's not like so I'm gonna share.
I don't have anything for that, bro.
Okay, super chats are working again.
Well, super chats are working. I guess we'll watch this again. I was supposed to make a better one, but I did. And we got Davia back.
There you go, X.
You see Sundowners?
It's not working on Twitter, so it keeps telling me my Twitter is like not. I try to send it to myself. It's not even working. So I sent it to you on Discord.
Okay. Thank you, Sundowners. I really appreciate that.
What a savage.
Right.
Man, look, Damien and I are like fire and ice. That's the gayest thing I ever said.
Oh, what?
You're like fire and ice.
Look at that.
See, your circle has fire, his circle is blue, so it's like ice. Wow, the stream really went downhill.
Can we get a hand for the Sundowners Club?
Yeah.
Oh, is that why you wanted to come back in?
No.
And Daimyo just comes in with 5 gifted memberships right there as well.
Hey!
And here we go with another. I know. It needs to be better.
We'll get a good one.
What else is in that? Oh, yes. So we were it'll be interesting with Maria in the chat now.
Right.
Part of what we were going to talk about tonight is all these layoffs in the video game industry.
Woo.
And I just think it's really funny. You know, we brought up the whole thing. Oh, right, Diamond, you weren't here. Where is right here? Real quick, Daimyo, if you can, your quick little thoughts on this.
Respawn are making a game set in the Titanfall universe.
That's not Titanfall 3.
I guess, like, off the bat, my initial thoughts are that this might have something to do as well with the cancellation of their, it came and went, the Mando game. I think maybe they announced it because they, being Lucasfilm, were eager to announce something. And then Respawn maybe said, like, oh yeah, we might be able to do it. Then they announced it. Then they realized, actually, we're doing this game and maybe a couple other ones. And they were like, we can't handle it. I played the first Titanfall, like, way back in the day, a little bit, never bought it. It was kind of fun. I'm not, like, super excited about it. I don't know. I think it'd be interesting. They kind of, what's the word? They kind of mainstreamed the whole wall running thing.
So real quick, let me interrupt you for just a second. Maria, the video that was played was she wasn't threatening anyone. She was saying that one of the ways to get your DEI stuff into your games is to take the marketing team and semi-threaten to them. Wouldn't it be bad if, if people start complaining about this stuff?
Well, I mean, she straight up said terrify them with the possibility if you don't get what you want.
Her exact quote.
What the Ubisoft writers, it's what the Odyssey and Valhalla writers started doing around 2019. She was there.
Her quote was to if your developer heads, your CEOs don't listen, then take out your marketing team for lunch or coffee and terrify them with the prospect of not making money.
Yeah. So the whole
she didn't say not making money. She said what might happen if you don't get what you want.
So the whole thing is that she basically said, talk to the marketing team, the people who are kind of like, the last stand of how we're going to make money off this game, and suggest to them that people are going to get angry with the game if the DEI doesn't happen, which we see with the differences between Odyssey and Valhalla, when Valhalla started getting a bunch of shit, and they did the whole thing with, what was the female player, Eleanor?
I don't know.
Eivor was the guy, and Elon
right. So yeah, Maria, that exactly what you're saying. Real quick, Crimson Lost.
Play the clip.
Oh, all right. I'll pull the clip up again.
That's not what you said, Maria.
I will play the clip for Maria. Hold on, give me 1 second. Keep talking, Caleb.
Crimson Law says, give me Titanfall 3 or shut the flip up, you bundle of sticks.
Yeah, real shit. I agree.
Yeah.
You cigarette, you.
You cigarette.
I'm going to find a different way to incorporate that song.
Cigarette.
There we go.
All right, Maria. Here we go.
Coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them. If you're a creative working in AAA, which I did for many, many years, put this stuff up to your higher ups. And if they don't see the value in what you're asking for, when you ask for consultants, when you ask for research, go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them with the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want.
If they don't give you what you want.
Yeah.
Exactly what she said. So
verbatim. I'm going to tell you something right now. So I would immediately tell that woman, go take a walk, pound sand, sit and spin.
Yeah.
So
I'm done.
The thing that blows my mind about this is Respawn loses. I said this earlier. Respawn loses a video game that could have been relatively successful. Mando, with the exception of Mando Season 3, was a pretty big thing for Disney. And Do what? Do what?
Had a strong following.
Yeah, and so instead of doing what a bunch of people would love to play in Titanfall 3, they say, "Oh, we're gonna make a different game set in the Titanfall universe. Just make Titanfall 3. You'll make money." But what were we talking about?
I think you should pull up Maria's comment, or at least read it real quick.
I mean, to be fair, she got a point. That is a clip of an hour-long presentation. I am curious what is before that clip, but it's still kind of a dumbass thing to say.
Yeah, use your noggin. Like, let's look at what they do as a consultation company.
Exactly.
First off,
look at what Sweet Baby Inc. has done.
And then,
so, I mean, you can infer what she's talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude.
I agree. It's almost like painted on the wall right there. Like, that just proves it. Is all I'm saying. That's the only point of that video, is that it proves it. Because we've all seen it. We've all experienced it ourselves in some of the games they've made. But
again, there's a lot of speculation. Just anal analysis of Asians. Jesus Christ. There's a lot of speculation about what this post means, right? So Apex Legends News, Respawn is making a new game set in the Titanfall universe with a Titanfall game director, Steve Fukuda, leading the development. It is not Titanfall 3. That doesn't necessarily mean that we won't be getting a Titanfall 3-esque game.
Apex Legends.
Wait, hold on. This was 5 years ago. It's 2024. Oh, maybe she's talking about the lady.
No, that's
yeah. She's talking about. Oh my god.
That's before she left the company.
I was like, I pulled
a tweet from
a 5-year-old tweet
5 years ago. No, but it just may not be a direct continuation of like the BT story, or whatever the case may be. It could be something else. I pray,
which wouldn't be terrible.
Yeah, I pray that it's not an Apex Legends 2 or like another freaking brain rot PvP game that's coming out. Like, I don't want that.
That's what it sounds like to me.
I mean, there's a lot of
how do you know?
Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong, but to me, it sounds like they're doing some form of.
Dude, this could be. It could. They're just because they're saying it's not Titanfall 3 doesn't mean it couldn't be a prequel to it. This could be like the first days of the mech wars. It could be.
The thing that makes me think that it could be a Apex type thing is this is coming from Apex Legends News, and I haven't seen this from any other I didn't see Respawn tweet. By the way, guys, we're coming out with a new game set in the Titanfall universe.
Wait. I think am I getting something confused? Maria, that clip of that chick, she's not from Respawn.
No, she's from Sweet Baby.
Yeah, she's the co-founder of Sweet Baby Inc.
She's saying I was at Respawn when this happened.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I thought she was saying like she thought that she was there.
No.
At Respawn. Like, yeah, no.
Maria's been in the game for a while.
Oh man, that sucks, Maria. You must have been pissed. I would have been.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been happy.
That would have ruined my day, man. I would have been like, oh, now.
Well, did y'all see what happened this morning? I think it was either this morning or yesterday morning. Everyone at YouTube Austin got fired.
Yeah, I heard about that, which is crazy.
Oh, I don't know if I should be talking about this on YouTube.
Easy now, Bubba. Easy now.
Yeah, the entire YouTube music team at the Austin office got fired. What's my okay, so I think kind of the last thing we're going to touch on is the new, what's his title? The new creative director at Netflix.
That's a new title created, like just creative director. Like that was always a thing, and now it's like everybody's a creative director now.
So was that Mando? The Mando game was FPS?
Yeah, it was an FPS.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember because I was bitching. I was like, why would you, if you're gonna do a Mandalorian bounty hunter game, why would you not make your character third person so you could see your armor that you would customize as your bounty hunter?
I think what it was gonna be is that there's third person parts, but most of it's I think it was kind of like a switch back and forth thing. But the FPS reason was that it was the same FPS team that worked on Titanfall, which is great for jetpack gameplay and
yeah,
shit.
I gotcha. Yeah,
So
makes sense.
yeah, so it makes sense as why the combat would be FPS, but like you'd be able
big on jump packs.
Here we go. Dan Lin. So Dan Lin is replacing Scott Stuber as chairman.
You hear that?
Yeah. What the fuck was
what was that?
What was it?
Barking spider.
Is there a scorpion in your room?
I hope not.
It's a barking scorpion.
Damn it. Fuck you, LA Times.
Caleb, you know you still have up Apex Legends, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Take it down. I want to see your beautiful faces. Oh, you don't have your cameras on.
I can turn my camera on.
It's a weird world we live in when I'm the one with the camera on.
Yeah, it really is. Well, an insect flew at me at some point. I don't know where.
Good reason to turn the camera off.
Yeah.
I know they're attracted to people on camera.
I don't know where it's at. It went like
Star Citizens at 50%.
So you downloaded Star Citizen now?
What are you? How dare you sit there and download a new game while the Creek is still under automaton control?
Well, I can't be on the Creek. I'm on your stream.
That's very true.
Fair.
You guys make
that one all the way
you don't watch all three of you at once when you're all together. It's hard to watch. How am I supposed to watch all three of you at once?
Just watch me. I'm the most fun.
I
liked when you blew up Jay.
Not really sure about that.
I don't remember that.
No. I think you were on there with Wicked.
So
and you guys blew him up because he kept like accidentally friendly fire and killing you guys.
I don't know about any of that.
I mean,
Stay on target.
Me. So Dan Lin, the producer behind the Lego movies, don't really care about that, but also the producer behind the loveliness that was the latest Netflix adaptation of Avatar: The Last Airbender, is replacing Scott Stuber as the head of the movie department for Netflix. Anybody think we can expect any good movies coming out of Netflix anytime soon?
I can't wait for The Witcher.
100%. Absolutely. I think we can. I just think they can't be tied to IPs that we love and are familiar with. So fresh ideas would be a good idea.
I don't necessarily disagree or agree with that either, because it's almost like the diamond in the rough right there is Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai started as a YouTube show.
I know.
And the two people that started the show have complete control over the show.
No, well, that's what I'm saying. But like, there's like a couple diamonds in the rough on Netflix, like One Piece, like Cobra Kai, and I feel like if they learn from that, I mean, somebody said recently that the one of the creators of Avatar came out and was like, "Oh, I actually really liked what they ended up doing with the show," and then deleted the post. And I was like, yeah, I don't believe that. They left almost a month into. They weren't even done writing the script.
Okay, Daimio, go ahead. Daimio?
Yeah, I mean, dude, to be honest, I don't think they ever said that. I don't think I heard that.
No, I don't think they said it either. I'm agreeing.
Yeah, but like from the start,
the showrunners left like 2 years into the project.
No, that's what I'm saying. But they had already talked about leaving very early in the project because they had all these different problems back and forth. I'm not saying they didn't.
Well, no, they left because of creative differences. Like that much is public. And what I think what I think you're referring to, because I saw it too, was that like they were cordial about it. Like
No,
from what I remember, they said like they didn't really.
I'm referring to something from last week that I saw, like one of the big Avatar YouTube channels like talking about, because he like does all lore videos and shit.
Hi, Wicked.
What's up, Wicked?
Yeah, look, at the end of okay, so I was just talking about this with my brothers and sisters.
Wait, Wicked Virtue's in this chat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wicked, what are you doing here? Hey, girl.
So I was just talking about
Clearly,
this,
she wanted
and
to watch a fun stream.
Hey, there
are so many options on YouTube.
They started laughing at me because I said it was disrespectful what they did to the lore, and like they didn't understand. And like my older brother, who's just a year older than me, was like, what do you mean? I really enjoyed it. And I started listing all the stuff they did, like all the changes they did, and why it was disrespectful. And he he couldn't comprehend. But I realized then and there, I was like, I care way too much about like the TV shows and IPs and movies that I grew up with that I love. Dude, most people don't give a shit about them. I just had I'll tell you guys this right now. My dad was playing The Last Jedi the other night, and I go, "Oh, this movie fucking sucks." The sequel trilogy is horrible. And my dad grew up with the original trilogy, watched all of them in theaters multiple times, and started to like kind of defend them.
Real quick. X-Wing, can I get you to do a Raider call?
Look at all of this. It's not just, I mean, this is, what a beautiful stream. Raider!
Thank you, Raider.
I mean,
we need to play Helldivers again soon.
You really just love to see it. I know he hasn't played with us in way too long.
He's pretty good too. I like him.
Raider, are you the same Raider that I see on like a lot of Camelot streams and stuff? Is that the same Raider?
He's on Cam. He's on Drunk Creepios all the time. Yeah.
Oh my God, Sundowners Club! Look at him! Look at him!
What is happening right now? It's making me so happy. Let's go,
Jesus, dude.
Let's get the love today. Let's keep it going. I don't want this to be the end of it. My brother is getting the love.
My ears.
It's a 50, bro.
Oh, I hope anyone else wearing headphones that are now bleeding out of their ears.
No. Anytime I go on stream with you, I turn my volume down to 50 just because I'm ready for whatever may come. You know what I mean? I broke him.
It's so funny because everyone that's ever had a mic issue with me, I ask, well, what am I on Discord? And they go, oh, like 40.
Yeah.
Sundowners for a 50.
You just have a bold voice. That's all.
In honor of Wicked Virtue. Well, thank you, Wicked, and thank you, Sundowners.
You guys are awesome.
And now we get to listen to it again.
I mean, you love to see it. Truly. You love to see it.
So, but real quick, Maria asked if we had seen the presentation for Dune Awakening, and the gameplay trailer. I have not. I'm not.
Yeah, I saw
I'm not
it, dude.
Dune guy.
I saw the announcement and I was like, I have to make it. And then I think it was Monday, wasn't it? It was yesterday, and I couldn't make it because I was I was at work, and then the whole day went by and I completely forgot.
Yeah.
But it looked cool from what I saw.
Yeah, I'm not a Dune guy. I don't really care about it, but
you should watch it.
I am concerned over the fact that the presenters, as far as I'm aware, came out and basically said we've decided to move away from what is important about that world and that whole religion aspect and make it something else. You know, that does concern me because once again, you've got a company coming in, making a story about something and moving away from the thing that's created the fan base.
Well, I mean,
so that concerns me.
Like, it's kind of the point of Dune is like there is that like religious aspect. I mean, it's very similar to like you can't have the Na'vi and Avatar without what they're doing. Like
their tree stuff.
Yeah, like
so I don't
Yeah.
know Dune from Adam and Eve, man. Like I
Dune
know
gets
that there are worms
apparently
and
wild.
souls.
It does.
Dune apparently gets like super wild. And I didn't know that it got as wild as it got until I was watching. I think it was Josh from Den and Nerds was tweeting about it today. And he was talking about how like eventually this like one dude turns into like a god worm human.
He becomes a sandworm, yeah.
Yeah, like it gets absolutely wild.
That's
I still want to see the game. I mean, we should play it, Kings, right? Just because you hate Dune doesn't mean that everybody here hates Dune.
No,
well,
you know what I mean?
No. So
I'll play it.
And when I say Dune, I mean Timothy Chalamet.
Well,
he's great in the second one though. He
I thought he was great.
He was
Kings has an unbridled rage
confirmed.
and hatred.
Rolo
towards...
loves twinks. Confirmed.
No, Caleb. I don't like Timothy Chalamet either, and he was really good in the second movie. Like, I'm not gonna lie, he actually.
I'm with Rolo on this one.
Yeah, like he actually killed it.
So I'm getting.
When he
normally I get weather reports for where I am, but I'm getting weather reports for Pennsylvania. Apparently, there's like a hurricane going through. Oh. Dang,
Oh, no.
I guess we lost Rolo.
Did it take out the tower? Is the tower gone?
They lost Rolo's the tower. Gone.
Hurricane in Pennsylvania. That's odd.
Yeah, isn't it? Especially at this time of the year. So weird.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
Oh, he's back. He's back. There we go.
Left. Usually we get our hurricanes in October, but that was
God bless AT&T. They got that thing right back.
Yeah. So yeah, and look. If you like Dune, play the game. If you enjoy the story, play the game. It's the same. I say the same thing about Starfield.
I don't need
and
you
all
to
those
tell
games.
me that, okay? I'm gonna do it.
If you had fun, play the damn game. But I'm not going to sit there and say that I'm going to play the game when I don't even like the story.
There's a lot of games that you know nothing about that you go like, that looks good. I'm going to play that. You don't have to know.
That's so true.
Like,
is that you, like the royal you, or me?
No, that's you, as in you, me, anybody. You
so
go,
the royal
hey,
you. Okay,
interesting. That looks interesting. I'm gonna play that. So, like, you don't have to. Like, if Doom didn't exist, but this game was coming out and you found it interesting, you'd play it. And plus, X-Wing's gonna be playing it. I'm gonna be playing it. Everybody's gonna be playing it. So it's like.
I mean, you can say that right now, but when the game eventually comes out in 2.5
we're gonna see
3
gameplay
years,
first,
and they've ruined the story, then yeah, I'm sure.
Caleb, you're the one who played Starfield longer than all of us. I don't want to hear you.
All right, can we watch the fucking thing?
Oh, are we watching that now? I was going to talk about
watch
Scott Stuber being replaced.
Wow. Well, I mean, we could do both.
Dune Awakening, and this is how we'll end the stream on this.
Sounds Gucci. I suggest I said all right.
Yeah, I gotta tell my wife she's gonna be alone because I'm gonna freaking play Ealdorman. I'm gonna
figure y'all don't really want to watch the hockey commercial about underwear.
Does she allow you to game without having to take care
What's
of
that one guy, Rempy? Is that his name right now? Rempy, the guy who's the freaking goon of the league right now. He's like 6'8".
Well, I guess I.
No.
Everywhere, like she.
Oh baby.
I don't know if we want to see this.
Wife was burping the baby and things went sour quickly. Oh no, it's all over your back.
Oh my god, you should.
No, not my pillow. I'm gonna hold on. Let me turn off my camera and mute here for a second.
You for a second.
Yeah, I'll be here. Just
all right. What's up, Jay? And your crew?
Hey.
I think we're the Commodore's crew. Just saying.
Technically, I'm an in and out member of the crew.
Real cute.
You know it's
okay.
true.
Let's watch this real quick.
I was an original member.
Hold up. This is an image taken from a different video game already. This is the image taken from Homeworld Deserts of Karak, which is an RTS game.
I was gonna say I don't think this is an 8-minute video, Caleb. This is not a trailer.
Yeah, it's the.
Who posted this? Who the fuck is? Yeah, no. Go to IGN.
While we go through this beautiful video from Town Place Suites, which I don't think I've ever stayed at Town Place Suites.
I've never heard of it.
It's an extended stay place for that Marriott does.
Sorry about that. Lily had a she had a blowout. Puke a little bit.
Just tell her to get it under control. I mean, come on.
Look at that.
Can I get one more? Actually,
last one though. Baby's up clearly, so yeah, we can do it this time. Raider.
just blows my mind, Raider.
What
really
a beautiful
appreciate
stream.
The Raiders
been absolutely
man,
blessed
dude.
today.
Raiders killing it today.
So here's the
All right,
trailer
let's watch
for
this.
Dune
Yeah,
Awakening.
let's watch this and get this done.
Oh, I muted it.
Get her done.
Arrakis is a test. Few survive it.
Oh no, I thought that was like a Ray thing. Oh, it's the original Dune worm, not the new one.
Yeah, it looks different. Power. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, no, I'm playing it.
So it's an MMO. Oh, dude.
Arrakis is a test. Few survive it. But the humans that do awaken.
So Caleb, go back to that. I think it was maybe 20 seconds, where you see the building kind of like start to form.
Bro, I couldn't hear a word you were saying just now. Where do you want to go back?
By 20 seconds when the building forms up.
Yeah, when the building forms like upwards. So, okay, pause. I'm wondering if you like collect materials to.
Yeah. So that's what that little gun is, where he's cutting into the rock. You have to collect materials and then build your base.
So you said this is an MMO?
Yeah, it's an MMO.
Yep. I'm out.
It reminds me of a mix between what's that one game they play that like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember the name of it. Rust? Is it called Rust?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You, like build bases and other people can raid you and stuff.
It's like Rust or Apex or things
Well,
like
no, it reminds me of New World and DayZ.
Fallout 76.
Oh, careful. You say New World, Maria's going to get all excited.
Yeah, to me it seems cool, man. It'd be fun to have like a bunch of friends and you can build up a super badass base. And
that's what I've been doing on Power Worlds recently. I thought I would hate that game, and like it
seems
was
cool to me, dude.
I'm not an MMO guy. I don't like dealing with other people.
You play MMOs though sometimes. You
Name
play,
one.
Yeah.
Besides Sea of Thieves.
I was gonna say Sea of Thieves. You play it
Yeah,
literally
but
all the time.
Sea of Thieves is easy to avoid other players with.
Okay, so
And
who's
there's
to say this isn't?
and there's at max
yeah, I was okay. Who's to say this isn't?
set 15 other players to
Who's
avoid.
to say it's not possible to have your own server in this game?
Why am I getting attacked on my stream for not wanting to play a fucking MMO?
Because
you're shitting on it without any idea of knowing what it is.
Exactly.
It's an MMO.
So is Sea of Thieves. You remember last time you shit on an MMO, and I was like, "Hey, bro, you might want to try this." Guess what? Now you're a pirate legend.
Yeah, exactly.
Just saying. Don't crap in the pot before you check out the porcelain. You know what I mean?
Real shit.
This doesn't look bad to me. I think it could be cool.
No, I think it looks fun. I think it looks like a really fun game.
So real quick,
a lot
let's
of
stop for a second. Drunk 3PO with a 99-cent super sticker.
Hey!
What's up, man?
He never super chats me. What the heck?
That's not true. I've seen him super
He must
chat
like you more. I think he likes you more.
I'm gonna say I have seen him super chat.
Thank you, Maria. Also, so don't shit in the pot before, or in the porcelain before you sit on it or whatever. So you're gonna watch Acolyte before you shit on Acolyte?
No.
I'm gonna shit on it and watch Acolyte.
Guys, it's
But I've also
2024.
said I could be wrong, and I'm going to watch it. I don't know
Okay,
if you
so I'll
watched
say
any
the
of my
same.
streams. I've also said I'm gonna.
I
watch
could,
it.
Yeah.
I
Actually,
could be wrong about
stop,
this.
Wait,
but
I'll
I
stop
don't
all.
want to play that.
I'll stop all of you guys right there. It's 2024. We can shit on any show or movie we want to without watching it. That's just how it works right
That's actually very true.
Is it?
And then real quick, Maria, I mean, not Maria, Felicity asked, "Where's the girl boss?" She was narrating it.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, she was the narrator. So, and Jay says, "I mean, X-Wing invites me on his show."
You didn't invite Jay.
If I didn't do this,
Okay, here's
at
the thing you
same
need to
time
know
that-
about being friends with Jay. If you don't invite him to every stream, he's gonna think you don't like him. So just send him an invite every time. Don't get offended if he can't come on, but you have to send him an invite every single time.
If I didn't do this the same time that he's doing Tuesday Night Main Event, I would. But
He
he's
likes
busy
these
with
things.
his.
He'd rather be here.
Probably.
What he doesn't like is the
Cool dude part that always shows up in MMO. His people
Cool
suck.
dudes. Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't know.
I'm gonna assume it's like the annoying people. So yes,
Yeah, like the freaking
100%.
13-year-old Asians that blow up the Rose Tico every time we get in a fight.
Yep,
I don't like them either.
they're super annoying.
Dude, what about Rose Tico?
Put that leg down, Vato.
I invited Jay to a nice suburb in Murfrees, but he checked the crime statistics and passed.
There was no Waffle House.
I
Not nearly enough crimes.
Do you not like me or something? Absolutely not.
That's what it seems like. I'm just saying, that's what it seems like. I'm actually hurting for my friend right now.
Oh my gosh.
It's pretty rude. I'm just saying.
Okay, I will send Jay the link next Tuesday.
He won't send you one tonight because he doesn't like you, but yeah.
Yeah,
next
It's,
Tuesday.
I'm getting ready to end.
You can send him one right now.
Wow.
Gosh.
Jeez.
No, it's okay.
You're going to have to sign a waiver for this, by the way.
The amount of links I've sent to X-Wing and he just, passive aggressively ignores them. It's all good.
Yeah. Passive being the imperative.
Okay. So Dune Awakening. Y'all think looks great? Y'all are excited to
I
play
think it looks cool.
Yeah, I
It
think it
looks-
looks cool.
I think
looks
looked
very
really cool
alpha to me
Until I
right
think
now.
I thought it looked really cool
Yes.
until I realized it was an MMO.
Oh,
And
shut up. It
Did
looks
you just
fun.
tell me to shut up?
There might be like a safer seas version where you can be like kind of a bitch and hide out. That might be a thing.
Oh wow, way to call me a bitch. Okay. Real
You
quick.
play
Didn't
him
call
both.
you a bitch.
Real quick, because I got bullied. What's up, Jay?
Hi.
They're letting anyone in.
Thanks for the invite, man. I feel honored. You know, I didn't expect to be invited on this channel, but
Now we got 2 big old babies on this stream.
now I'm at least I don't smell.
She
There you
does.
go.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yep.
It's been a dream of mine to come on this channel.
Well, I appreciate that.
I'm excited. Finally realized you finally made it.
Well,
Now,
I figure
the trolls will come in and like criticize you for having me on.
I can't wait. I cannot wait. I would love for people to yell at me for having you and X-Wing on. I'm waiting for people to yell at me for having X-Wing on, but people don't really know X-Wing.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry. You're not going to get anything from Jay either.
I'm surprised people haven't yelled at you for having me on.
Who?
Me. Exactly.
Anyway,
what do you think about this, Jay? You think this game looks like fun?
No, because they stripped out all the religion aspect of Dune and they stripped out other things as well. So it basically they kind of created a whole new world. They just slapped the Dune name on it.
So kind of like what Amazon did with Lord of the Rings, what Disney did with Star Wars, and what Paramount did with Star Trek.
I mean, the religious aspect of Dune is pretty heavy, right? Why would you want to remove that from the?
That's what I understood of it.
It's the most important part of the movies.
Yeah.
Well,
but I've never read the books, so I don't know.
So I've never read them either.
I read the first book and part of the second, and it is very heavy.
My brother loves them. And that was one of his big criticisms, that the religion aspect isn't
in the movies.
In this.
In this. So I was gonna say it's huge in the movies, like the Bene Gesserit and the one. I don't remember what the name of the one is. Lisan al Gaib. I think the one.
No. So he is Madeira Gaib, I think, and then there is the Kusahat, something like that. Like that's the other one.
Well, guys, I think it's pretty simple. It's because God bad. Right.
Oh, is that it? I guess it was simple.
Yeah. No. I mean,
what?
To be honest, like most of it.
Would you say God bad?
Yeah. I mean, that's typically what the mindset is.
That does feel like how it all gets treated.
Wait, what do you mean?
God bad, Christianity bad. Like they don't want to have anything that correlates or represents a specific religion.
Did you guys like Dune too? Because I was a little.
I didn't watch it. I'm not a Dune.
I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought
I
the
didn't
pacing was
understand
kind of
what
weird.
the heck was going on half the time. I didn't know these characters. It was weird. And
did you watch Dune 1, the first part?
Yeah, it didn't help.
I have a text message from X-Wing that says Dune is better than Star Wars.
Oh no, I kind of agree.
No, that was Coach.
Well,
was that Coach?
That was Coach. Coach said Dune is better than Star Wars, and then I said Dune is better than modern Star Wars.
Yeah,
I was gonna.
That's a no-brainer.
Okay, so if you guys remember, like when the first wave, when the first movie was coming out, like they started to say things like coming out with things that said, "Oh, Dune's going to be the next Star Wars."
Yeah,
I was sitting there like, that's fucking impossible because of what George Lucas and Star Wars did for like culture itself.
Real quick, sorry, Jay, we do cuss on this channel.
No, it's
but sitting here, like watching all of these reviews and people saying, "Oh, Dune 2 is a masterpiece." I'm sure it's a decent film, but at the end of the day, like the first film, like I don't think actually carried the weight that it was set up to carry. So, like Dune 1, I felt like was good, like very good cinematography, very good acting, but like scene setting and plot development, I felt like was choppy at times. Like you had these like long conversations and dialogues building up like certain characters and stories, but then when the actual development of the story like took place, all of a sudden you had like a quick transition from scene to scene. Like when the Harkonnens took over the Atreides family, right? Like I felt like that was like glazed over a lot. And I think that's very important for the setup of the second film. So I haven't seen it yet. I'm not going to judge the second film yet. But like what's his name? Josh Brolin's character. So literally, like you see him running into the war, and then it goes black, and it moves on to a new scene, and then you don't see him again.
So
It's
and
addressed.
I know
things are addressed.
Yeah, things are addressed.
I know it's addressed, but the way they set it up, I think falls flat in the sense of trying to build your plot and your climax, right? Because like that's the whole point, is taking a story, like giving the audience an up and a down for you to follow. But the way the first movie went, everyone says like the whole argument is that, oh, it's just building up to the second film.
I mean,
so
that's
far
how it goes though too. Like the
We're
book.
pissing off Kings right now. He's like, dude, this whole thing is shit.
No, I'm enjoying the listening to it.
I mean, Damien, the book, that does happen in the book. So it's not like they went off course of what actually happened.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not saying they're disrespecting the source material. I'm saying like when you're taking a written like source of a story and putting it on screen visually, there are certain things you need to explain visually. Show, don't tell. I felt like the first movie did a lot of telling and not showing, which is my biggest criticism of it. I thought it was a very good I thought it was a well-made film, but at the end of the day, I felt like it didn't execute the like level of explanation that was needed for a story like this.
Book to a movie, bro. Book to a movie. It's always going to be that way.
So real quick, here's my question. Hang on, Rilla. Maria says the climax is in this film. It will be in Dune Messiah.
Yes.
So
that's this story arc.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So the story arc of these 3 movies, I guess, Dune 1, Dune 2, Dune Messiah.
No, so what it is technically is like Dune 1 and Dune 2 are pretty much all of book 1 and a little bit of book 2.
So Dune Messiah is going to be
the next one will be like the rest of book 2 because technically there's
so I have to watch 3 movies to get the climax?
No, there's a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of like Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
There are multiple climaxes in Lord of the Rings.
Yes, there's multiple climaxes in this movie, in these movies as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, there's multiple big climaxes, but I don't think they're going to do Children of Dune because that's just like crazy.
They're gonna do Paul's story start to finish, and that's gonna be it.
Yeah, it's gonna be Paul because once you get into the guy that can like turn himself into a sandworm, it just gets like totally mind fucky. Pardon my French, but like before that, to Damio's point, 2 is very important for what it's doing right now because I get what he's saying where he doesn't feel like they did too much like tell and don't show, or maybe vice versa, whatever you just said. But in this one, they do a lot of show because there is time gaps. They don't tell you that there is a time jump throughout this movie, but there is multiple. And it's like a couple months, but you just have to assume that, oh, he's been here for a while, so therefore time has passed. And that's kind of how they're doing it.
Do me a favor.
That's a fail of storytelling.
Explain Javier Bardem's role in the first movie and Josh Brolin's. Explain their characters and what they like, what their inherent.
Well, Javier Bardem's character in the first movie, he's really not that much of an important character. He's more so like
No, but they take the time to set him up. That's what I'm asking. Like,
yeah, well, they have
explain in full detail like why he was there and the
about.
importance of.
I'm so happy I'm not the only one, Jay.
Well, that's a scene in the book though. Like that scene he has with I forget his exact first name, but Atreides, like that where they're spitting on the hand and stuff like that. Like that's a scene that they do have in the book, I believe, if I remember correct. I've read it like 10 years ago or something like that. But
all right,
like,
so I'm going to take back control here and say that I think this would be an excellent conversation for y'all to have on the Roller Rumcast.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I am completely lost.
Yeah, no, I
and
agree,
have
'cause, like,
no
let's
idea
just go
anything
on
about
around
this.
So I watched Dune 2 in a theater that served you burgers while you sit down. And
Oh,
the
I
guy
heard
in front
this
of me just ordered pizza, burgers, popcorn. And it just smelled so strong. I was taken out of the film because all I did was smell food. And the dude ordered food like every hour on the hour. Came out with this ginormous milkshake like on Act 3. And I'm like, what the freak is going on? I want a milkshake. So
Oh my gosh.
the movie, I have no idea what happened.
Of course, Rolo. Have you used it yet, Rolo?
No, it's weird though. Like
Extra butter.
it's really strange.
Oh, buddy, no.
These are actually like it's weird.
Dude, the
man.
dating scene, you just gotta find the right one, okay?
No, I bought it. I bought it for the.
That's all I'm
straight up-
saying.
Straight
I
up,
bought it for the meme, dude. I swear.
No. I walked into the AMC and I just went, I don't want none. Can I just get this for the joke? And they were like,
Yeah, that's
"Oh, you
the-
want the
dude,
popcorn
that is
bucket?"
I don't want
That's
any
the story.
popcorn on it. Just could you
that's the
put like
story
butter
I
on
would-
it? though?
I would
just like some
stick to.
butter.
They were all sold out when I got there. Some guy had 3 in his hand.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's because they're
Different
selling
girl for
them
every night of the week.
on eBay for like $80.
Wow.
Yeah, I just got it. Like I wasn't even going to AMC for that thing. I just happened to be right next to the AMC theater when I was like picking up something.
Yeah, and you thought $32 for that would be cheaper than
32. I
Is that
spent
how much it was?
No, I spent $15 on this thing.
Oh, I thought it was 32. Well, you thought okay,
Wow.
that makes you thought the $15 here would be cheaper than the $200 thing that you were going to buy online.
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
just-
Moving
I
on.
just-
Anyways, what I was gonna try to say,
I was like-
what I was trying
like,
to say to you
bas-
guys,
basically what happened
Hello, you're
was-
digging a hole. You're digging a hole. Just stop digging.
Basically,
Put the
what
shovel down.
happened was, I don't care. I dig a hole all the time. Basically, what happens was, I was like, all right, there's an AMC right here. Let's go in and see if they have one. All right, they do. $15. Fuck it, I'll buy one. I literally walked in. I was like, oh, they got them. How much are those?
So you were
$15.
saying X-Wing?
Who's Clinkus Khan? Who is that? I don't know who that is.
Daimyo.
Oh, that's Daimyo. Okay, yeah, he invited me to play.
Me too.
Helldivers. So
Clinkus
yeah, I do,
Khan.
every freaking time. What I was trying to say was, for me personally, I know a lot of people don't feel the same way, and that's totally fine. I feel like George Lucas, Star Wars, Avatar, and modern Dune are all in the same playing field for me. They're in universes that I want to live in. Those are the places I want to be. I'm a huge fan of the Dune that we have right now. A lot of people were saying this is the best movie since Return of the King. This rivals PJ's Lord of the Rings. This is the best sci-fi since Empire Strikes Back. I don't believe that personally. I think it's different. It's a different realm, but I love it just as much as those. I'm enjoying it as much as those.
I mean, best sci-fi since like Star Wars. We haven't had much good sci-fi since like the prequels.
Avatar is up there for me.
Well, Avatar,
Man.
yeah. Like, let's exclude Avatar, right? Let's remove Avatar from the mix. We haven't really had any really good sci-fi stuff since the prequels, if you exclude Avatar. So
Yeah, a lot of misses. Star Trek got destroyed. There's,
Yeah.
I mean,
No, I can see that. I can see people saying like it's the best sci-fi we've had in years. Yeah, for sure.
yeah. And people are like, no, it's not. Like, why? I think
It's no
people just
Empire.
don't want to like stuff these days, and so they're not willing to allow new projects to like come into their hearts and be like, dude, this is dope.
Yep.
But I personally believe like this Dune stuff is dope. It's dark, it's gritty, it's a full universe. I don't want to, and this is going to piss a lot of people off because I saw Tom Connors from Midnight's Edge was saying it. He was like, I hate watching all the people that are stoked on this movie because I read the books. I don't want to read the books because I'm enjoying what I'm seeing right now.
You probably won't be able to make it through the books. Like, and I don't blame you because I didn't. Like, they're not easy books to read. Like, they are a slog, man. Like, it is a lot of just.
And it bums me out because if I were in his shoes when it came to the Old Republic, I'd be pissed off. So
Yeah,
if they put out a Plagueis movie and I thought it was trash because they missed all the points of Plagueis, I'd be like, dude, screw that movie. Like, no, it's nothing like the book. So it's tough. You got to see both sides on this one. But personally, right now, I'm enjoying Dune. I think it's awesome. I can't wait for part 3. I think it's going to be incredible.
I mean, when he did that speech, like, come on, that was the best acting I've ever seen Timothée Chalamet do.
I legitimately
I mean, that's not a high bar.
I thought about Caleb in that moment when he's like, I am Paul Atreides. I'm like, oh God, Kings is just gonna rip this apart.
No, I thought the part where he does like the other, like the big one, like where he just like walks up and does like the.
You're talking about in the underground thing?
Yeah.
That was pretty dope. Yeah, and he's telling the prophecy to people. Yeah, that was cool.
I gotta grab my charger real quick.
Yeah, I want to clarify. Like, I'm not saying like these are like bad films. What I'm trying to say is that I think they were overhyped, and we've been fed a whole bunch of bullshit for a long time. So people put them on a higher pedestal than they should be. I think the world building is very good.
I disagree with that.
I do. I think the world building is very good. I just think there are sci-fi films, one-offs in the past like decade and a half that do a very good job in the same sense of like creating a good story and a good plot within a fictional world that we can relate to, like Ex Machina, District 9. Yeah. I think both of those films
District 9 was dope.
District 9 was shit.
Yeah.
And Chappie.
Yeah, I actually didn't watch Chappie, but my point being is, and then also Blade Runner 2049, which is what like his last kind of not adaptation, but like continuation of a franchise. Like Villeneuve did a good job with them. So I actually respect him, but I think there's he does the grandiose, epic, large scale like scenery, but fails to kind of pay attention to the development of the characters. That's all I'm trying to say. Is that
he did Arrival, right? And Arrival did pretty good when that came out.
But those are two different things.
I thought Arrival.
You're just talking about a sci-fi story. Okay.
We haven't heard from with the one guy we're all here for.
Me, right?
No. Oh no. We're no one. No, we bow at the feet. The crooked foot of drunk 3PO.
I'm especially no one.
I think when it comes to sci-fi and stuff like that, people are looking in the wrong place. We're judging that we've been shoveled a load of crap, which I agree, but we're still putting it in a 5% corner of big cinema when there are comic books and novels and even shows that are undiscovered that are out there that people are loving and screaming for people to watch. Even some animations that are out there that are just untouched in the undiscovered country, since you mentioned Star Trek. And now you just have to go find them. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So they're out there, and like it's kind of neat because I do the same thing. We put the scale, like Dune, we're putting it on a scale of everything that we've gotten in like the past year, which was terrible, and it's like there is a lot of good stuff out there. Maria just put Shogun in the chat. I heard that is phenomenal. Awesome. Of course, that's not sci-fi. I'll give you that, but there is just there's a lot of stuff out there that people have to find that they can enjoy. The problem is it's not trending like Dune is. So
I mean, we got House of the Dragon like last year. That was great.
So isn't
there's stuff.
So I know Rolo loves this. I don't know if any of y'all have watched it. I've never watched it before, but Battlestar Galactica, that's also supposed to be really good.
I freaking love Battlestar, man.
Yeah, there you go.
And that's that was like 04 to 09, wasn't it?
Battlestar is a great show to start watching now.
I never watched it.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. That's why I like Katie Sackhoff in general as an actress, because she does such an amazing job in that show.
Wasn't there another one called like Outer Wilds or something, Wild Space or something like that?
That was like a weird. I think that was.
I don't know why like more people aren't talking about it, but I don't think this is sci-fi, but I just loved One Piece. I just
that was everyone loved that.
Sure. Yeah.
But
You know what was pretty fucking good?
It just never gets the attention, It's like no one really.
Oh, it's getting a lot of attention. It's just more so on the anime space that it's getting.
Well, and they're all mad.
I think part of the problem.
No, they're not.
That,
I talked to them.
I think part of the problem is that it came out and it was Netflix, so it comes out and then everyone's able to watch it in a day. So all the hype is there for a week, 2 weeks. And then it's on to the next thing, because we don't have to sit there. Like when House of the Dragon comes out, we're going to have 9, 10, 12 weeks of talking about this.
But to X's point there, where he said everybody hated it, it's not that everybody hated it. The hardcore purists, like what you were saying earlier about those, like Tom from Midnight's Edge, who like read Dune, right? Like the guys who are the ones who are super into it, they hate it. But like my friend, right? And I have a group of like 3 or 4 friends, and the 4 of them hang out every week and watch One Piece when it comes out. And they read the manga together when it drops. And like they're like big fans.
Devout One Piece people.
Yes, basically. And they told me that they really liked it. Now, they hated the Avatar live action, which so did I, but they were like, the One Piece one is like, yeah, they just condensed 45 episodes into 8.
Mm-hmm.
So I just thought it was fun, and that's why it worked. It was fun. People just had fun with it. And it didn't take itself too seriously, which I don't think One Piece does just inherently. It doesn't.
No,
it
inherently does not. Yeah. I started reading it and watching it since then, and
so are there plans for a season 2?
Yes,
I think so.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, Oda's down.
So the one thing I'll add to that is that like I as well have a friend that loves the show. He actually started to agree with me when I was talking about Avatar that like, look, One Piece did the same thing. It was okay, but you just can't adapt them, like 1-to-1. Like you're never gonna like go into a show where you love the original animation, see it in live action, and feel the same type of emotion and energy towards it. So that like I'll leave it there on that. But I will say, like, dude, there's a slept on show on Amazon Prime called Outer Range with Josh Brolin. That is a great.
I heard that's a good.
That is a great science fiction show.
Sundowners brings up another good one. I don't care about it. Stranger Things. I know everyone loves that. But another one that people have forgotten about, Black Mirror. That was incredible. Those first 4 seasons were incredible.
Incredible.
And
season 5.
then, they
remember when
waited
what's
so
his
long.
name? What's Anthony Mackie?
Yeah,
started making out with his boyfriend, and they were banging each other in a video game.
They waited so long to do seasons 5 and 6 that the hype just completely disappeared.
I really don't think that was the problem, because if you say Black Mirror, everybody
thinks of like 4 episodes all within the first 4 seasons.
No, that's not true. Everybody thinks of Black Mirror and goes, wow, that shit was wild. Okay, new Black Mirror. And then you watch it and it's Anthony Mackie making out with his boyfriend. Like, and you're like, this isn't Black Mirror that I knew.
I got a few choice select words for you: love, death, and robots.
Love, Death, and Robots is the shit.
That was the greatest Netflix thing that I've ever seen that's ever come out of Netflix in forever. I loved it.
Actually, tell me that episode from season 1 where it's the Russian soldiers.
Incredible. It's Helldivers.
It's literally so... Give me a whole show in that animation.
Okay, so I got an opposite for you guys. Live action to animation. The Matrix. I don't know if you guys have heard of the Animatrix.
Never saw
fucking
it.
phenomenal.
Never saw it.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
It's fucking phenomenal.
But I've never seen it. I've heard
My brother loves it. Never saw it.
Dude,
what about you, Jay? animation to live action and live action to animation? Any good
One
ones?
Piece. There's nothing come close. One Piece was freaking phenomenal. I watched it 3 times. I couldn't, it's unbelievable.
Do you think it's the pirate thing that draws you to it, or is it Luffy and him just being like, you can achieve your dreams? Because that's you, like you're the dreamer.
Yeah.
I think it probably because I really miss shows like the one thing that drew me to Star Wars was Luke Skywalker and Yoda's conversation in Empire, where he's like, "You can't go there." He goes, "Are my friends gonna die? Probably. Well, then I gotta save my friends." And Yoda's like, "You can't do that. You gotta finish your training." He's like, "I'm not gonna let my friends die." And I think those types of and Luffy was the same way. He's like, "Nah, man, we're all friends here. We're gonna fight with you." And it's like the Goonies. It's just a bunch of rejected clowns, rejected nerds that come together for the good. That's always what I've always wanted in my life. Just a bunch of nerds that are rejected by society, but we come together and do some good stuff. I think that is the ultimate adventure for any one of us.
That's kind of like what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean,
100%, man.
The
100%.
rejects.
I think that's why I'm drawn to those shows. It's like I'm drawn to. That's why I love Goonies so much. It's that like childlike adventure of these rejects, and they find treasure. Luffy's put together a team of rejects, and they're looking for the pirate treasure. It's just like it's easy for me, So
one of the things you just mentioned, Jay, that I thought was really, really poignant there was he cares about his friends implicitly, which is like even when some of those characters from the crew like leave, and everybody's like, "Oh, they're gonna hate him," like, "Oh no, that person, they screwed us over, they're done." And Luffy's like, "No, they wouldn't do that. They're fine. Like, trust me, they did this for a reason. We're gonna go figure it out." And then you have Nami when she's like cutting her arm open. And
so then we get to Dune. God. And Dune is like more, I don't know, more Game of Thrones-ish than like friends coming together to do something cool. Yeah, it's like this guy's the savior. Well, that religion was made up. No, it's not. It's real. And it's like it's back and forth. And it's like, well, I'll marry this woman.
Yeah, and then like Chani hates Paul. I'm like, wait, why does Chani hate Paul? Yeah, like, he said he's going to do whatever it takes to save Arrakis, and then she's like, "No, I hate him." I'm like, wait, why? That's the one part that did bum me out.
I think the attraction to Dune is, the attraction to One Piece is the like relatability to the characters, and individually, I think there's a spirit that you connect with, and there like the overall plot is a like pragmatic representation of like what you would want to live through in that world. So like you can connect to it in a way where it's easy to like escape while you're watching that. It's easy to escape into like literally put yourself into the life of those characters, because that's kind of like I hadn't watched the original prior, but when I saw that like show on Netflix, I was like, I felt it was so easy for me to like fall into like the essence of Luffy, or just like another character, like I forgot his name, the dude with the green hair and the swords, but like Zoro. Like that's what I look for in like good like fantasy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you
I
want to be able to
I think that's why I like Avatar so much, because you have the main character whose brother was the genius, the smart guy, the one that they wanted, and he was the reject on Earth in the wheelchair. There's deleted scenes where he just was kind of like a drunk, passed out, and
bar.
Then they had he had like no choice but to be thrusted into the hero role, and then he finally got to that place of embracing it, like near the end. He's just like, I've just been a screw up my whole life. And then that story arc of I'm nobody. They didn't even want me. They wanted my brother. And now I'm the leader. It's like, I just love that because
journey.
So yeah, Jay.
Yeah, but I mean, hero's journey can go different ways. You know,
Yeah.
it's just, but it's
But
still.
it's always the
there's-
hero's journey. It's the same thing with oh my god, help me with the Greek.
Odysseus.
Perseus.
Okay. Wrong Odysseus.
I was gonna say Aragorn because he doesn't want to be the king.
Same thing. Yeah, same thing. Hero's journey, Aragorn, same
Yeah,
thing.
but see, Aragorn's journey is. I love the Lord of the Rings. Don't get me wrong, but these aren't.
No, it's not the same. But
They're not like the Goonies. It's just like they're experts in their field. So you have Legolas, you have like the best, best like leading the way to get the ring to where it has to go, and then you have the Hobbit, of course, who they're protecting. But you have like the freaking wizard with them. You have Aragorn. You have all these people. So they were like kind of like the best, and they were doing this journey. Fantastic film. Don't get me wrong. I've always looked towards the people that weren't, that were the screw ups, that were just like nobody wanted me, and then they were put in positions to be great, and the greatness shines through, because I just see that in everybody, like people that might be even mentally challenged or whatever, like people just like they discard them as like, you'll never be great in your own field, but you know what I mean, right? And then it's like once the light shines, it's like they can be, they can be very great and thrust in a position where it's like everybody doubted them. I love that. I just love those stories.
Well, I think what I meant more, like, I agree with you 100%. When I said Aragorn, I meant more so the fact that he does not want to be king. Like, he's reluctant to be the guy that has to, like, and eventually you see him become that. And it's, to me, it's kind of the same thing with Jake Sully, where he's like, I'll do this for my brother's legacy. I don't really care. Like, at first he shows up, he's just he's just a jarhead, right? When he first shows up, and he's out there in the field and everything, and then he ends up really getting into his own. Now, I personally, Avatar spoke to me a lot when I saw that movie when I was younger. Like, I know a lot of people.
When
like
did the first one come out? 2009.
2009. I know a lot
I
of
was
people.
a senior in high school.
Dude, so you were a senior in high school? I was 10 years old.
Sophomore in high school.
I was 10 years old. So, like, when I was seeing Avatar, it blew my mind. It was the next big mind blow after Revenge of the Sith. You know what I mean? So, when I saw that,
4 years after.
I lost my shit. I was like, this is the best movie. I could watch it over and over and over again. I actually liked the first one more than the second one. But I love the second one, too. But I just think those movies are spectacular.
I think that what drew me to the second one was like Hollywood beat up fathers for so long, and now you have a movie of a father protecting his family. You're like,
family,
well, this is different.
100%.
This is different. This is different. Okay, we got
family
a strong
values
male.
at the front of a movie in 2000. What was that? 22.
Yeah.
When Jake runs up to the chief and he's like, they have our kids, and everybody just goes, let's go, and like they just I'm like, all right, yes, let's go, we're gonna go fight. Like, that's I love those movies. I can't wait for the third one.
Kings, you doing okay, buddy?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
We all just kind of group
quick,
chatted your stream there. Sorry.
Real quick, I want to thank Wicked Virtue for popping in with a $3 super sticker.
Hey,
Great to see you.
what's up, Wicked? Jay, didn't she blow you up? I was questioning that earlier. Did that happen on Helldivers at some point?
I think Jay may have blocked out Helldivers.
I think Jay blew up or something. I'm not saying it like as like a joke. I'm just like, I remember him saying that on the stream like last week or something. He got exploded.
It's not Jay's kind of game. Jay likes playing games with his friends. That's what it's about.
Jay's the best pirate, so.
Thank you.
This guy is just buttering you up right now.
No, I'm kidding.
How do your butt cheeks? Are they brown right now?
Get ready for that popcorn bucket.
Hey, you are buttered up.
Risk it for a biscuit with 5 King's Advisors memberships. Let's listen one more time.
That's why we're here, man. I always, when I come here, I feel like I'm at the prancing. I'm just having a couple beers with my friends, talking nerd stuff. We're not popular. We're not freaking cool, but god damn it, do I love my nerddom.
We're not cool.
Not lame.
Super not lame.
Caleb, you should get that. Caleb, you gotta get that as a clip. The SpongeBob not lame.
Maybe. I got a couple
We
things I
didn't
still
sit
need
at
to.
the popular kids table, but damn it, we got a table of our own now.
Hello.
No, but I did sit next to the popular kids table.
Did you?
Yeah.
Hated popular kids. I never understood them.
The one that I didn't, the table I didn't like in high school was the funny kids table. The kids that did stupid stuff in class to be funny, because those kids at my school, they would always put plates on their chair so that someone would pull the chair out and the plate would fall on the floor and break it, and someone would have to come clean it up. I didn't like those people.
Oh, I didn't do anything like that.
You had
I didn't like those people.
I was just an artard, yeah, and there was definitely not a table of people who like identified with me. I still
no, that definitely wasn't true. My friends were just all like goofballs, basically.
Yeah.
Like, it was
Turns out I'm still not funny. It's been 15 years. I'm still not funny.
Yeah, I mean,
you're funny.
Looking.
Funny looking.
I gotta go.
It's 11:30.
I have to go. It's I'm gonna go. We're doing our first bath for Lily tonight.
Oh,
first bath ever.
It's been like 2 weeks and you haven't cleaned her.
You can't if they have
Can
their
you not?
their little thing is still stuck, the cord. You can't bathe them. It's still an open wound, and so you have to let the what's it called, the umbilical cord, like dry up and then fall off, and then it has to heal. Otherwise, you can't give them a bath.
That's really stuff I didn't need to know.
It's just how it works.
Caleb's sitting there like,
Okay. Well, good luck. Good luck, Lily.
I'm really excited, man. I'm really excited.
no, yeah, good for you. I'm so happy for you. It's awesome.
But
Well, let's see. It's been almost 3 hours now. I think we're gonna call it there. Went off on a couple tangents there that I wasn't prepared for, but I'm glad everyone seems to have enjoyed it. I think
you invited me, bro.
There are a bunch of people in the chat that are loving talking about Dune. I don't get it. Not a fan, but I'm glad people are enjoying something that came out of the movie theater.
Watch the movie.
I'm good. Sundowners, again, thank you so much, man. Risk It for a Biscuit, Raider, Daimyo, Crimson Law, Jay, and Wicked. Thank you all so much. And Jay, thank you for coming on.
Beautiful stream.
I will make sure to send you the link in the future.
Every time.
I'll be looking forward to it.
Everyone have a great week, and hopefully this is a good week for everybody.
That's right. And